Hey, everybody. Listen, before we get this podcast started, we just wanted to go ahead and say thanks for tuning in. And if you like the podcast or if you're watching it on YouTube, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification buttons on YouTube, and let us know how much you enjoy this podcast by sharing it with your friends.
And commenting. Go ahead and comment, too.
Leave a comment. Leave a review on iTunes, Google Play, or anywhere else you get your podcast. The more you guys do that, the better it looks for us, and we've been slowly climbing up the charts on iTunes, and that's all because of your support. So please, if you can, go ahead and keep on sharing, keep on spreading the podcast with all your friends, and help us see where we can take this thing, because we have a blast doing it. And then, why don't you go ahead and give us a follow on Instagram at Jiu-Jitsu Radio. If you want, you can find Shawn
at Gorilla Boy BJJ.
And you can find me at Sonder Marketing, SONDER Marketing on Instagram. And there's going to be a lot of stuff going up in the next couple of weeks and months, because I got a lot of stuff planned. So if you want some behind the scenes, always follow us. And yeah, that's kind of like the biggest part of this message. Now we go to the next big part of the message. You know what's that?
Paying bills?
The fucking sponsors is what it is. Shout out to Choke Aloha. This podcast is brought to you by Choke Aloha and chokealoha.com. Visit chokealoha.com. Use the promo code Jiu-Jitsu Radio, all one word, and you'll get 20% off your entire order. You can pick up some premium quality accessories and apparel. Do you know what Aloha stands for or translates to?
Aloha?
Yeah, Aloha.
It's like peace. It's
the
like,
joyful sharing of life energy in the present, bro. Come on, get with the times. All right.
I don't know. Did you watch me wear that sweet Choke Aloha rash guard when I was in the cage?
No, because you never showed me the video. I only saw the highlights. But if you can also check out the all awesome rash guards and spats and everything else that they got at chokealoha.com. Don't forget that it is for a limited time. Okay? I don't understand why you would wait. But go ahead, chokealoha.com, promo code Jiu-Jitsu Radio. You'll get 20% off. And then check out our homies over at Jits Soap. You'll get 10% off when you use our promo code. I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't. You guys ask me for stuff, and I'm trying to hook you up here, and I'm telling you that Jiu-Jitsu Soap Co. Jiu-Jitsu Soap is definitely the best soap you are ever going to be using, whether it's the bath bombs or it's the heel hooker balm. I'm telling you, I used that actually the other day. I had a couple of cuts on my hands, threw that sucker on there. I was good to go within a couple of days. Healed definitely a lot faster. Not that that's what they're claiming, but I'm telling you, it definitely healed a lot faster than it normally would. So go ahead and check out Jiu-Jitsu Soap Co. If you don't like the promo code, you can't figure it out, just check out the description below. Check out the Instagram. See how it all kind of goes back into each other. Or on YouTube, just go ahead and look at the bottom. But we got that code everywhere for you to use. And then check out giraffechoke.com. You get 25% off your entire order of $99 or more when you use the promo code JJRadio at giraffechoke.com. Listen, I'm telling you, if you want a dope hat, a comfortable hat, I actually wore one the other day rock climbing. Super comfy. Giraffechoke.com has it. It's my Superman Punch one. Love it. I have a Flying Knee one too. Super dope. You can get yours at giraffechoke.com. Promo code JJRadio for 25% off your entire order of $99 or more. And then, now that we don't have a hurricane anymore, this is a perfect time to come over and check out Nomad Surf. Or you can always go to nomadsurf1968.com.
By the way,
if
you listen to this before, well, probably you won't. Friday's the last day they're taking donations for the Bahamas. So that will be happening. Tomorrow will be the last day.
I'm sure there's still going to be other stuff going on in the next couple of weeks too, because that Bahamas situation is not a quick fix by any means. But in the meantime, check out nomadsurf1968.com, or if you want, just come down here. and we'll hit him up and go check him out. With that being said, we got a special guest tonight. He's about to walk in through the door, so let's get this party started.
You kidding me, boss?
Here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff.
Get stealing, woo, wheeling, dealing, limousine right, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
And Flamengo and Fluminense, they play on the Maracanã, but it's not their stage. It's the public stage.
Cheers. Podcast is on, by the way.
Oh, we're already recording.
You guys were all chit-chatting about
Soccer.
Cheers.
Football, the real football, they play with your foot. Talking about football, Brazil is playing Colombia tomorrow here in Miami.
Oh, I thought it was last week.
No, it was this tomorrow night.
You gonna go?
No, I'm not going.
No.
Brazil is supposed to win because Brazil have the best players and Colombia is if
That didn't work out for the last couple of World Cups. I'm just saying.
They still won the American Cup last year.
Oh, well, I hope so.
This year.
Where's Messi from? Argentina?
Yeah.
Messi from Argentina. He never won anything from Argentina.
No.
Yeah, they won the one World Cup, didn't they?
No, they didn't win.
No.
They did good, but they
Since
didn't.
in 1990, Argentina doesn't get
Hasn't won
a
anything.
title. No, not even a single title.
Oh, because you know what? I'm thinking of.
Maradona.
I'm thinking of Barcelona.
So here's the real question: who's got the better steak? Argentinian steakhouse or
Brazilian.
Brazilian? Or this?
It's tough, man, because they're both pretty good.
And
Brazil.
it's different style
yeah.
of cooking also. Both on the charcoal, but Argentina they kind of put the steak on the floor, like
Yeah.
they stack there. In Brazil do like in the barbecue.
Yeah, they
grill,
put it
like-
on this.
yeah, and then the sticks. And
I don't know how they in the Brazil they don't do the
I
vegetable charcoal. They don't do the
I
wooden charcoal. They do
Brazilians
regular
will be
charcoal.
sad for me.
Why?
I think the Argentina is slightly better because they let the meat rest a little bit.
Yeah, they put.
Yeah. Letting it rest.
Yeah, let it rest.
But
It
it's-
keeps all the
Rest
juice
on-
inside.
yeah.
And the
Yeah.
Brazil, the way they do is
It's
like
quick.
I like rare
Yeah,
medium
but I-
rare. Is so much that the juice
But
is
the-
just
but
coming
the-
out. It's still very good though.
Yeah, but picanha when you get
Yes.
so I've said this many times and people don't believe me, but it's true. Brazilian food is my favorite food on the planet.
Nice.
It really is. So I love the picanha. I love farofa.
Oh.
I love my favorite dish. I love salpicón,
Salpicón is very good.
but my favorite dish is feijão tropeiro.
Man, that's very good.
That I would eat that every day,
Every day.
if I
You
could.
could go without.
I could go without, but what I'm saying is I could eat feijão tropeiro every day and not.
But it's tough. Like you got to find like a good like there's good Brazilian steakhouses, but it's the same thing. Like you got to find the right one. If you go to the right like Argentinian like steakhouse, it's gonna blow your fucking mind. I told you about the one I went to. There's a place in Argentina in
In Argentina, there's a bunch of good places.
no, there's a place in Buenos Aires in Argentina, right? It's right next to like the big famous bridge that they have. And like they tell you like if you can't find it, just look for the place with cow heads on the door. So the actual door handles are stuffed cow heads. So it's like this fucking big. You walk in, I shit you not, $10. They're like, all right, you go sit down, and it's kind of like almost buffet style, not completely.
Just the sides, a buffet.
No, nothing. It kind of feels like that because everything is in the middle. So what they do is they come up, it's like, what do you want more of? Like, you want more ribs? Okay, what do you want more of? You're like, oh, you want T-bone? Okay, fine, whatever. It doesn't matter. You go to the back, and I'm telling you, it's probably like 50 feet, 60 feet of grills, and it's like 6 or 7 guys just going, and they start, and then they go to you, they go like, here's what you wanted, like they do at Texas to Brazil. After that, they leave you alone, and they just keep cooking for the rest of the night. And there's like a couple of tables in the middle of the room, and I'm shitting you not, it's like 2 feet, 3 feet of meat. Just a mountain of meat.
So that to me, that's just too much. I like when they come. Like my favorite restaurant that used to be around that went out of business was. You ever eat at Oba Oba?
Oba, yeah.
No need to know.
That
Oba
place
Oba.
sucked.
What?
It fucking sucked.
It did
There's
not
this
suck.
place that they always wanted to go to whenever we were doing like the Christmas parties and stuff like that. Service was shit. Right? They knew that.
Well, look, it was bad service when there was 40, 50 people.
Yeah, a
If
bunch
you
of
went there,
people.
like I used to go, Tracy and I would go
When
there.
you're the only person in the room, they're like, okay, we'll pay attention to
I
you.
would go there with just
Now
my
when you're
wife,
like, no.
and we would get great service.
I still go on the all meats now. All meats or ribs?
Where?
All meats, very good.
Where?
It's in Boca.
All meat?
All meats.
Is it better than Picanha Brazil?
Which is pecan Brazil?
In Boca, off of 441, right near Sandalfoot?
Is that place even there anymore?
Yeah.
No, I never been that one.
Yeah.
It's better than Texas de Brazil.
This
Because
one's old
Texas de
school.
Brazil is good.
This
But
is
it's a
old
chain.
school.
Yeah.
It's
No,
a
no, no.
chain.
This is owned by Brazilians, and you got to weigh your food.
I've been in that one.
That's
It's
like
better.
Korean barbecue.
It's better.
It's better than that one.
Okay.
That one is good also. Like, like I like my steak like medium rare and stuff.
Yeah.
Those ones kind of hard to get. How you
Yeah.
want the steak?
Yeah, because
the steak is
they-
already there.
it's already
It's,
there.
It's you. That's your choice. So on the Texas, on the all meats, I want my steak like this and this and this, and it's like rodizio style. So the guy will come all the
Where's
time.
it at in Boca?
Where is it? It's a close to military, right?
No clue. Let me go ahead and Google
All
map that.
meats.
All meats. All meats.
Have you ever gone right here to El Bodegon?
Yeah, but that one's good.
Yeah, we went there. Bro, have you ever gone in there to the
Man,
the
the-
Mexican grocery store here? El Bodegon?
The beef taco there, the steak
Oh,
taco
you mean
there
out
is very
front,
good.
the little stand out front?
No,
No,
the grocery store
the
right back
grocery
here.
store.
You
Across
know where
the street.
Right? No, you
Yeah,
know where
Combat
Combat Club is?
on the
Yeah,
other side of the
right,
mall.
right.
Yeah, right.
Right in there.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's
The big
what-
grocery store.
El
Yeah, it's right over
Bodegon.
here. But they have food inside the grocery
Yeah,
store.
yeah. They got empanadas. They got cakes.
Is that why it always smells when you walk in?
Yeah.
Good, dude.
But you gotta go there if you're not very hungry, because if you're very hungry, the food takes ages to come. I order like it take ages to come, because they have like all the food there ready, and that's
Let's
instant.
just keep going, but everybody
But
goes for lunch.
If you like, oh, I want tacos, man, then you're done. You're
It
done.
takes forever.
Well,
It takes forever.
But you go to the back. If you go to the back to the butcher, it's not like it's like how it used to be. You say like, I want this, I want that. Guys, all right, goes to the back, just chops it up.
That's
gives
what-
it
Yeah,
to
but
the-
Tacos El Carbona is right over
Yeah,
here
that place
too.
is good.
No, man, that's blow. Tacos al carbon taco is like very low level compared
What?
to Bodegon level.
Really?
Yeah. No, dude, it's good.
Everybody-
They make
everybody-
it all right there because they literally
Tacos
get
El
the-
Carbone gets
no.
voted the best tacos in
come
Palm
on.
Beach County.
Because
Bro,
people
go
don't go
every
to
year.
Bodegon. If they went to
Because they don't-
Bodegon, they
yeah.
would vote to Bodegon
The
stuff.
problem is because it's Hispanic like grocery store. So like, I'm the whitest you're gonna see in there. And they give me like weird looks until I start speaking in Spanish. Like, oh, okay, you're one of those. Like, okay.
Yeah, me too. I don't speak Spanish, so they come straight to me speak Spanish.
Yeah.
No
I-
Spanish.
So I went. There's
Yo
a
don't habla español.
there's a barber shop right next to the El
Yes,
Bodegon.
there is a
I
barber
went
shop.
there to get my beard trimmed a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago.
it shows. They fucked you up.
No, they didn't. They didn't. It was before
The
that.
white guy.
It's like,
No, the
Yeah.
dude didn't speak English.
Uh-huh.
The lady that ran the place had to translate what I wanted, and
Welcome
mi
to
español
Florida.
no es bueno.
Welcome to Florida.
Holy cow!
You're gonna tell that to the two immigrants, like, yeah, deal with it. Like,
Yeah, they. I don't know how the guys can do it, right? They're here for how long? Speak zero English.
Zero English.
bro, like you make do with it because you're like, after a while you start
I know,
realizing.
yeah.
You get, then it's a barber's easy because you just point to the wall. It's like going to fucking
Not
McDonald's.
with a beard trim. I'm specific with my beard. I want it nice and nice.
They
and
just
you
have
going
a
there?
Mexican mustache. That,
like,
you want that? You want
You
that?
want
one?
that little Puerto Rican chin strap?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Well, no, I want a nice thick beard.
Why
but
don't you go to Ed?
Who?
Ed
Ed.
the barber.
I normally I have a barber, but I think I was going away and I wanted my beard trimmed and it was
I'm
closed.
going away.
It's
I
not-
better trim my beard.
Well, I wanted it to look good. I think it was like right before my thing in the cage. No, it wasn't that. It was
No.
something else. It might have been for.
How long is it gonna take you to grow back? You're not young
What do you mean?
anymore.
No, I'm not gonna grow it long.
You're not young anymore. It doesn't grow back as
No,
quick.
don't grow. It grows back. My beard grows. Everybody's freaked out at how fast my beard grew back.
I thought it was pretty slow in comparison.
No, 2 weeks ago.
That would take
2
me like
weeks.
6 months.
2
I like
weeks
to
ago.
want him to be upset.
2 weeks
Yeah,
ago, I had
trying to make
a
you upset.
handlebar mustache. 2 weeks ago.
I remember. No, 3.
3. But now I got a full beard. Like a thick full beard.
I mean, it's pretty standard. I mean, I can't grow a beard for shit. Like even that would take me like 2 months.
No, my growth pretty fast. I hate.
Yeah.
I would if it was up to me, no beard.
You look like you're
No
on-
beard?
No beard.
Then why
Yes,
don't
why do
you
you
shave?
have
I'm lazy to shave. You just itch so much. I'm like, all right, just cut these parts to
Just
each.
make it part of your routine. You
It
go wake
looks
up
like
every morning.
you got like interrupted halfway, like you were about to trim the whole face.
Yeah, I was going to. I'm like, no.
No, you
You
look
take
like you
too
look like
long.
an Amish Brazilian.
So
Look
does
like
Ed
the
still trim with
Brazilian
you a lot?
Wolverine. Yeah.
Does he like come up and start like saying shit like who did that? Who did that?
No, usually don't do the beard because I have like a
Yeah.
lot of allergy here, so I have
Yeah.
to do carefully. That's why I'm lazy. You have to
makes sense.
prepare to do it.
I don't have to
Because
worry.
if you
Too
don't do the way
get the
it's supposed
bumps
to be
and-
done, like
Yeah.
I got so many allergies,
Really?
so much allergy. I'm like
I get it on the back of my head.
So you
though.
get like the razor burn. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Like, your razor burn gets bad.
on the back of my head. It's
Yeah.
So
terrible.
that's why if I'm not like in good time, I'm just gonna
man.
shave it.
I remember like I had a really good barber. And it started getting weirder and weirder every time, like because he kept on switching spots. Like it used to have it right here, at the corner where the pool hall
Hunter,
is,
right?
right? Huh?
Hunter.
No. Way before Hunter. I ended up at Hunter's because that guy just got weird. He was awesome. Always like just perfect, man. Like whenever he cut my hair, the fade was perfect. He went to one place, so I followed him there. Then he started getting like a little weird. He started getting like a little like too churchy. I was like, all right, whatever, man. Like he starts talking to me about the Bible and stuff like that. Do whatever you want. Cool, whatever. Cut my hair good enough. Let's just whatever. Preach. The third spot he finally went to, bro, he sat for an hour while he was supposed to be cutting my hair, talking to me about how Jay-Z is the devil.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, not Jay-Z Cavalcante, like
Oof,
Jay-Z.
that's
That's what I was like. What?
Jay-Z's not that.
Jay-Z's probably closer to God than anybody that I know.
First Jay-Z. Like he's like sitting there telling me how he's the devil. I'm
Which
like,
one first is Jay-Z?
Huh?
I got 99 problems.
The rapper?
Jay-Z.
Oh,
He's like, who was the first Jay-Z?
I thought it was
Well,
the
you know
fight
Another
was.
Jay-Z? Is there another
No,
Jay-Z?
no. I think all those true, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
So
But
the other one's the devil.
No. But he's just sat there and he's like telling me how he's the devil. I'm like, bro, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth sitting here for an hour.
I got one
and
that's
I ended
even.
up at Hunter.
I got one that's even better.
Huh.
So, and I got tattooed last Wednesday. I got some more work done. And while I'm tattooing, one of the artists gets done early, and he's talking to us. He's a legit flat earther. Like,
Oh my God! Seriously, fuck.
he,
Like
legitimately.
Just show him a ball and then the laser. See, that's the shadow. That's
you're
how the
fine.
eclipse will work.
And you want to know what his argument was? His argument was
God, I can be
because you can't put water on a ball. I'm like, there's gravity.
Yeah, it is.
Gravity holds this.
Yeah.
And he's like, no.
How
No
no?
such thing as gravity.
How are you standing here?
There's no such
There's
thing as
no such
gravity.
thing as gravity. I go, then how come we can sail around the world
Yes.
this way? He goes, you can go east to west. That's a circle, but north to south goes on forever. I'm like,
What?
I'm not, dude. I'm not even joking.
He's technically not wrong.
He's
You're on
not-
the right angle going north to south. Like you're technically not wrong.
No, you will hit something. There's no
would hit
way.
land. You
You
would-
hit land.
No,
No,
I'm saying
he's
like
saying-
if there was like no more
No,
like
no,
ice
no,
and stuff,
no,
you
no.
would-
He will hit land. There's
It would
no.
just like- and not only that, he said that all the stars we see, we can get to by floating there in the water. And
Why he never done that?
Fuck.
Why he never hit done
I'm
that?
telling you.
just
I
think
am
it's dumb as
telling you.
fuck.
I am telling you. Then he said there's no such thing as planets. They're all dead stars.
Isn't that the same fucking thing?
No, a planet is a planet.
A planet's
That's what stars are. They're still planets.
no. Star is not solid.
A star, yeah.
Star is just gas.
Stars is made out of hydrogen.
Yeah.
Planets are just gas too.
No, planets are solid.
No.
No.
planets.
No, most of
Most planets like
one will have a solid area. Maybe some.
They have an atmosphere.
No,
Yeah.
Jupiter is like a whole giant ball of gas.
No.
that's
No,
apart.
there's solids
It's
there.
solid.
Is
you
Jupiter or Saturn.
It's
One of the two.
it's neither. It's
It's,
Uranus.
I was going to say that.
I want to say it's Venus or Neptune.
All right. So wait. So what else? Would
So
you
this guy is
use?
dumb as fuck.
So he said
I would love to just keep it going.
I know. I'll keep arguing with the guy for that.
Like,
Nah,
I
nah.
was fascinated. I was sitting like it was the easiest tattoo I ever got.
Because you're just
I was
like amazed by the stupidity.
I was like,
Shit, he's like, the more I keep this guy talking, the more he can fuck up his tattoo.
Yeah.
no, it wasn't my artist. It wasn't my artist. It was
the other one.
one of the other artists. So my artist was working on me, and my artist is the same way. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, crazy.
So like, and he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, flat earther's not even correct because they're closer than a round earth." I'm like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
This is fascinating. I did not believe that there were people out there that.
No, there's
actually
people out there. They actually believe in that shit. It's amazing.
I mean, there's no wrong.
Come on. The people that believe in that, the people believe in.
The one
Weird
that
shit.
throws me off is the ice wall. That's the other one. It's like
ice wall.
They
That's
say
not the
that's
thing.
that's the glass around. What kind of glass is that?
no, that's because like they think they were like either like in a snow globe or like a
Yeah,
rubber
the snow
something.
globe.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
the
one.
flat
So-
earth.
No,
yeah.
no, the flat earthers also sit there and think that there's a giant ice wall that we can't get across.
Like in Westeros.
Yeah, like that's literally like
Just
a great
just
wall.
call the Night King.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. Is so like that's what they're like. Okay, why don't you fly over there? It's like why don't you go ahead and just get on a plane and just fly, see how long it takes.
Or at least find somebody who's rich that has a plane.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, there was the guy that was like he made his home rocket, so he could shoot himself out into space and prove that the Earth was flat. You don't remember that?
Yeah.
Still did not prove.
No, I think it was one of those things where he ended up going. He's like, "Oh, I was wrong," and then just like,
Or-
but I don't know if he
Or I don't
actually
even
launched
think
himself.
I don't even think it launched.
No, they were supposed to launch, and then like the state stopped them, and then they tried to do it again.
state
They're
stopped.
like, you're not allowed
See,
to
like-
shoot yourself into space on a homemade.
By the
rocket.
way, that's bullshit. If you make a rocket,
You can go.
you should be.
There's
able
no
to,
legislation on the space.
Yeah. Who owns space?
Yeah.
with the U.S. pretty soon if we can get this.
No,
Space.
China then. China is also. China's going
Technically,
crazy.
Russia got up there first.
Yeah,
Sputnik.
But who got first
Well,
moon?
we're gonna have the first army up there. With
Now a question.
I'm all about it. I wanna
Who
send
was the
that
second guy who stepped on the
on the
moon?
moon? A Russian guy?
No, the first. No, there's only American. America
Yeah.
has
It was
landed
Neil
on
Armstrong,
Yeah, that's the everyone
That's-
knows.
Buzz
That's the
Aldrin, and then
Who was the
other
second guy
Shepard.
to step?
Shepard. Yeah, Shepard was the
See, you
second.
have to think. So they always gonna remember the winners.
Yeah.
So no matter what, just win.
If you're not first, you're
Everyone
last.
remember Neil Armstrong. Most people, if you go on the street, hey, who was the second guy who stepped on the moon?
Yeah.
They won't know about it. Make sure you win.
Who was the first animal in space?
the dog.
Yeah, it was a dog. That poor dog is fucked. He was
Yeah,
dead
he's
up
got
there.
a. I'm wondering if he decomposed.
I mean,
I'm wondering if
no,
he's like.
because he ran out of the oxygen. Then he's basically frozen to death in space. So he's just a chunk of dog flying
And there's.
around.
I wonder if are the chimps up there still too?
I think a couple are for sure. Are you looking it up?
Dogs still in space? I don't know.
You don't know about the.
Are
first
you
dog?
just? Oh, you guys are just texting.
No,
Don't
she
pull it
sent
down.
something about flat
Are
Earth.
you researching for it?
No,
Are you my Jamie?
Yeah, the ice wall thing you said.
people are actually planning a trip to the ice wall.
Yeah. No, that's like that's
yeah,
old.
you know what ice wall they're gonna hit? They're gonna hit like the.
The wall.
They're gonna hit the ice that's in either the Antarctic or the Arctic,
Yeah.
and it's not really a wall. It's
just ice.
It's just ice.
I don't know, man.
It's a wall. Maybe it's a. If you can consider it a wall, if you're
Yeah.
in the water, it's technically a wall.
I'm sure there was like a crazy height of ice at some point.
People are crazy.
People have nothing to do with their time. They could just help the Bahamas now, but they
Yeah, but they don't.
they don't.
That's tons of people. Like there's.
Do you know what would be what would be funny is if we were in a snow globe like that flat earther thing, it'd be almost like one of those Beyblade
Yeah,
like
blades.
arenas. Do you
Yeah.
remember
The Thunderdome?
those kids used to play with
yeah.
Beyblades and you.
Josh and Pedro play with them
I have
a
no
lot.
clue what you're talking
You
about.
don't know
Beyblades is from a
Beyblades?
cartoon.
What?
Cartoon. It was a
Yeah,
cartoon.
it was like a game, but they made it also.
Yeah, it's
A blade?
It's called.
no, it's called Beyblade. It's like a bay.
It's
with
like
a-
it's like a top.
Right.
And you have it
Yes.
on a stick,
Oh.
and you shoot it.
Just say spinning tops, yeah.
yes,
That's all it is. I don't know what the hell Beyblades. You gotta remember, I didn't grow up in this country either. So
this was
Beyblades,
like-
he knows
this
it
was-
because he's around kids all
But
the
this
time.
this was
Yeah,
in the 90s.
that's,
it wasn't like it wasn't
that was
new.
that's
Oh,
old.
man, let me
That's
tell you
old
something.
school.
In the 90s, I didn't play with spinning tops. It was Pogs or Game Boy. or get the fuck out of my face.
Beyblade and Pogs were the same time.
Yes.
I remember they had it. Every
They are
couple of
just
years
more
it comes
expensive, the Beyblades.
back. Every couple of years it comes back. I remember like
Pogs never came back.
they actually have like still like a thing in like Europe. I think pretty sure.
I remember everybody had the slammers.
You have to have like the right size slammer and stuff. Yeah.
It made no sense. It was the stupidest fad ever.
It was gambling. It is what it was. It was childhood gambling. Because you would start putting like bets down. I mean, the end it was how many you could flip over. So if you got them to go face up, then you get to keep those.
Right.
So if like you put like we'd make a bet like 5 and 5. All right, you put them on there and then you slam them. Whatever you flip, you get to keep. So you could go to school with like a tube like this fucking long. Then you come home and your mom's like, "What the fuck's your pot?" It's like I lost
I had a rough day,
them.
Mom.
It was the tough
I
day.
had a rough day, Mom. Rough day at the tables.
Rough day at the casino. Oh, by the way, that's Herbert Burns on the mic. I don't think we properly said that it was you. We just kind of started. What's up, buddy?
What's up? How are you?
Mr. UFC, can we get a round of applause for Mr. Herbert Burns signed to the UFC? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you even train UFC?
So wait, let me ask you then, because you went from ONE FC to Titan to UFC.
Yes.
Now that you see ONE FC making all these crazy changes that for sure you were probably wishing they were doing when you were still in there, you didn't care about it? I'm just curious to see from someone who was in the organization.
Tell me about the changes. What you think?
Well, I mean, like they're definitely putting a lot more money now in
They
advertising
put more
on
money,
fights
man.
and stuff, and they're putting like the 100 card. That's a pretty big card.
That's a
that
big card in
more
Japan.
people are finding out about now.
Mhm.
So, like, do you see some changes that they're getting right and some changes that they're getting wrong?
I think when my time was there, I fought I had a lucky, like I say. I fought always in good cards, in relevant
Yeah.
cards. I never fought in a card that when I fought was Ben Askren fighting, or was Aoki fighting, and we trained together, which was good. When Roger Gracie was fighting, so all the cards that I fought
Were big cards.
were big cards, and I had enough attention from the US and definitely from the Brazilian media because they like to support me, know what's up. But what they're doing now, they're putting way more money, but
Where's that money coming from?
that's
I know
up
what's
to
coming
them
from.
to question.
We already talked
Yeah,
about
too.
it. As Russian mafia. Russian and
Is
Japanese.
it Russian? Or
No, I
Russian
don't
and
think.
Japanese
Of
mafia.
East Asian, I think the money's from Asia. I don't know where
Yeah.
it's from. It's up to ONE FC to
There's
answer
articles
that.
articles about that.
Triads, Yakuza.
No, there's articles about there that like
Not that I
specifically
know, but,
that
like, that's
no that like they
But-
got into it.
They're doing a better job now, but like to getting when you get fighters from UFC that's supposed to be world class fighters,
Right.
and you want your promotion to look good, you're gonna put them with the worst stylists
Right.
fights possible.
and you let them. You
You
let them get on the juice.
Yes.
Listen, did you look
but,
at the
like,
card for?
They have something about like they implement some kind of drug testing stuff, but
for Abu
ONE
Dhabi?
FC.
Oh, for yeah,
But I don't know. There was like something very weird,
yeah.
but I don't know what's going on with that.
No, they were talking about like now they're gonna make sure everybody's clean and blah blah blah.
I spoke to Ang yesterday actually. I was training Hard Knocks and Ang was there, and he renewed with them. He
Yeah.
signed a new deal with them, 10 new fights. So
That's a lot.
How many? 10?
10 new fights.
He's like the poster boy.
yeah.
He's like their.
He's one of
He's
them.
like their Cain Velasquez.
Who is?
Ang
Ang
Lasang.
Lasang.
I don't think he knows him.
I don't know.
He's a middleweight and light heavyweight champion. He's from Burma.
Yeah. Super nice dude.
Super nice dude. Like if you go in his country, the guy is like the national hero. No joke. Like
He's
there's
the
a
head.
huge statue of him
Yeah.
made of
Really?
bronze.
Yeah, yeah.
Made of bronze.
Yeah.
Shut the front
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
Yes.
And he's I think their like president or whatever, the king like made him like the head of it's like animal rights like ambassador or something like that. He's like the poster child for that. He does a lot for like animal conservancy and stuff like that. He does a lot. Conservancy, is that the word?
That's crazy. Like, you know what?
I don't
When
know,
you
I'm
come from
asking
a
you.
tiny country.
Yeah.
It's
No, it's
like-
not actually tiny. It's just
Burma's
Who?
tiny.
No, Burma's tiny.
tiny.
It's
Tiny
tiny.
Singapore. It's not tiny.
It's not
Or the
tiny.
city.
Japan is also very small.
Not as
in
small
comparison to China, but it's not small.
No, it's not.
Burma's like a part of Cambodia. Like
No, it's a
No, now you're getting
No.
into like politics. It's a whole different thing.
no.
Yeah.
Burma is kind of big. It's beside Thailand. No, Laos. Yeah, Thailand, Cambodia.
Let me see. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
gonna-
let's.
now
He's
we
like,
gotta
wait a minute,
figure
it's
it out.
starting to pop up in your hand. Wait a minute, how big is Burma?
I don't think Burma is
I thought
super
Burma
small.
was
It's not.
tiny.
It's not Luxembourg. It's definitely bigger than that.
No, it's definitely bigger than
Luxembourg
that.
is like the size of a city.
Yeah.
Like
Let's
Vatican?
see. Burma.
Vatican.
Yeah, Vatican.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But
pretty.
listen,
small.
and
2 miles? Is that a 2? It's like a 2 mile.
Yeah.
Vatican City makes more money than like
Oh yeah, for sure.
a ton of other ones. Myanmar, Burma.
Yeah, Myanmar. It's kind of big. It's not small.
Yeah, it's right next to. It's like
It's beside Thailand.
similar to the
Cambodia.
size of Thailand.
Yeah, it's
Let me see.
big. It's pretty
It's
big.
loading up. It's pretty big.
Thailand's pretty big.
Come
Those
on.
countries, they weren't kind of like colonized.
Here we go.
So it's hard to hear of them.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, Burma is.
No,
Burma
that's-
is Myanmar.
Yeah, it's Myanmar. It's just a different name from the same country.
It's just shaped weird.
It's just shape where, and it's Laos. That's
Laos is
where.
beside that.
That's where
Andres.
Andre's from. Did you watch his fight? I didn't get to watch it. I just saw he broke his hand.
Yeah, it was a rough fight. It's hard
Yeah.
to fight with one hand.
Yeah, that happened in the first round. Did you see Andre's hand?
I saw the picture that he posted, but I didn't see the fight.
Yeah.
'Cause-
I didn't know that he switched to ATT.
He switched to ATT.
How long ago was that though?
This whole camp he did there.
I know he did the
a
whole
little
camp
bit
there.
before, a little bit before that.
Because last time I went to Hard Knocks, he was still there. And that's tough. That's a hard switch to make, man.
I think, like, there's no. Old times was a little bit rivals.
Yeah.
But that was
between them.
because-
but the teammates, they don't care. Like, I have a lot of friends at ATT, a lot of
Yeah.
friends, and so when you go there,
Nah,
I'm sure he
everybody-
will
You know
be
what I
welcome.
like? I like the old ATT better. The new ATT is like kind of like cold. Like it doesn't have as much personality.
You mean the new warehouse,
The
like new facility?
The new facility is.
I forgot it's because it's open.
What's that?
It's a giant open
So
facility.
was the old one.
Not that size. It wasn't like that.
No, but it's it's very.
It wasn't a 4-story building like warehouse.
Very sterile to me. Like I was like, ugh, I just don't like the atmosphere that was
It's
in
because
it.
you're supposed to go in there, train, and get the fuck out.
Yeah, but what are you talking about?
You're not supposed. Well, there's only like a handful of people that live up there. I haven't seen the dorms yet. I've seen every other part of the gym, but I never saw the dorms.
I saw them there on the video only.
Yeah.
That's it. I never been there.
You never been there?
I passed in front of it, but never.
It's a really really
On the
nice
way to the
facility.
casino?
On the way to the casino. Yeah. No, because as soon as you walk in, like you go up a couple of stairs, they have a big front desk. It's all concrete. Like Shawn saying, like I could see why he says like it's cold. It's because there's nothing there. But you walk in, there's this probably 20-foot round circle with the American Top Team logo. It's 4 stories tall. You go all the way to the left, and they have a room with weights and punching bags and stuff like all around the perimeter. Then there's the main center
that's where
room
you see
with
most of
3
people in.
mats. Huh?
That's the room I see most people in. That little room.
No, well, that's because the big room is where all the pros and stuff train, so they don't allow people. Like, listen, all the times that I've gone in there with the camera, I still get the 3rd degree. Like, it's only because I'm close with Pahumpa that I get to slide in, and like with G and everybody else. But if I had to come in there and I didn't spend the years making friends with everybody, if I was just the local camera guy that they hired, no, they wouldn't even let me in. They'd be like, no, sorry. And even then, even now, sometimes I have to go into the like one of the little class corners that they have, like a small little side gym, and film in there because they don't want me in there with the camera. So it's like understandable why you never seen the big facility. But it's got a big mat, like a mat that we would normally use, that we're used to, like the old Black Zillion mat is like the first mat. It's off to the left, and then there's the giant mat, which is huge, and to the right of that there's an octagon that they have already made there. I mean, almost every inch of that facility is used for something.
No, I agree, but I just think it's way too big because it's still a facility.
You got to
where-
see the
where-
amount of people that go in and out.
Well, I
though.
understand that, but what I'm saying is, why would you want to go to like if you're a regular person like
Right.
us? Why would
Well-
you want to go to a place where you were one of 80 people on a mat? How would you get any kind
Ask
of
the pro.
attention?
No, it's not about attention. Some people, they wanted to say that they train the same place as Kobe Covington.
Dos Santos.
Dos Santos.
Right, no, I get
And
that. But what I'm
that's-
saying is
It-
if you were going to learn jiu-jitsu would you go to an ATT where you'd be one of 80 people on a mat that there's
It depends how you want to train.
Yeah, depends on your goal. If the goal is go there and take pictures, could be
right.
a good place.
No, but if you really just if you want to learn jiu-jitsu,
If you want-
Well, think
Learn,
about
uh,
it. If you want to go in there with a room of 10 people where you're going to see the same 10 different versions of jiu-jitsu over and over and over again, or you're going to go compete in something like ADCC where you're like, I need as many bodies to throw as many weird stuff at me as possible, so you're going to go train. Because then you get the whole list of everybody. You're going to get everyone from Jazari to Dos Santos to
I don't believe it.
Arlovsky
I
and
don't-
stuff like
I
that.
I think if you're a high level fighter, you're not gonna train. You're gonna train for your crew, and that's it.
Yeah. And they split it
You
up.
won't
I mean,
train.
they have cliques.
I think you like depends what you're looking for. You can find in any, not any gym, but
it's that old adage is iron sharpens iron. I'd rather have 10 pieces of hard iron to go against than like 2 pieces of a hard iron, 40 pieces of like.
But you also run
gum, bubble gum. It's like
The big thing that I've learned throughout the years from following all you guys is when you have that many people on one big mat, there's so many egos, and there's always that one or two person that ends up always being the one that hurts everybody else, because that's their way of climbing up to like the totem pole.
well, I'm thinking of it just purely jiu-jitsu, not so much fighting.
Right, but I'm saying like when you're going to go and train in there, because one day we have the same group of 30, 40 people, and then all of a sudden someone comes in to do their camp here, they're new, like, but now all of a sudden I got to worry about them because I don't know them, and they end up hurting me on the first day. It's like you're constantly going to have new people that's going to like risk it. So it's like it's dangerous. For sure it's dangerous. That's why I don't know how Shorty does it, because Shorty was like switching up camps left and right when he was in Titan. He kept on going to different camps. He'd still go back to Master Bob, but then he'd go to one camp here, one camp there, like over and over again. Like, man, he's trained with everybody, so he's already seen everybody.
I honestly think the key is cross training, which is something that used to be frowned upon, but now I think it's an important part of growing as a fighter.
Cross training as far as like different sports.
No, with other schools. So like if
yeah.
you're getting ready for something, and you have a couple close schools that you can go to and be like, oh.
you talk specifically jiu-jitsu or
Yeah,
MMA?
just specific-
Yeah,
yeah,
specific
specifically
jiu-jitsu. Yeah,
jiu-jitsu.
that's definitely good to cross-train.
MMA is a totally
Yeah,
different animal.
MMA, I don't like
You
to
can't do
cross-train.
that for MMA because you
So
don't
end
know.
up fighting that person eventually.
Yeah.
Very soon.
How many times that happened to you? That someone you train with, you ended up having to fight?
Jiu-jitsu?
No, MMA.
Never. Thanks.
Never.
Never.
Because
Not
I
even.
know it happens. Like jiu-jitsu is gonna be bad. That's what I think is funny. I was gonna ask you.
But jiu-jitsu, if you like, for me, do MMA, jiu-jitsu is just a competition. It's
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
a style of fighting, but it's a competition. I don't punch the guy. MMA is like kind of different.
But what about when you have something like ADCC coming up, like
It's still
Gilbert's?
competition.
No, but Gilbert's in there, and now Gordon's in there too. And Gordon was just here, like he went and he trained with him. So like something like at that level, that's still got to be something you got to keep an eye out for. I mean, I know Gilbert doesn't give a shit. He's like, you can film and do whatever. I
Yeah.
don't care. Like some people are like, no, I don't want you to show them that I've been drilling arm bars forever. Like,
It's jiu-jitsu.
like everybody
There's
drills
arm
arm
bars.
bars.
There's arm bars. There's a lot of situations you can definitely.
But like that's the one that I can't think of the last time I saw that in like in MMA.
What do you? I'm against closeouts. I think it's stupid.
I think also. I think if you're doing the tournaments, IBJJF they should just put the guys on the same team on the same side of the bracket.
on the same side of the bracket,
Yeah.
not even at the
No.
opposite side.
On the same side of the bracket.
Because even
Then
if-
you won't have closeout. How can I close out?
Yeah,
Right.
at
Well-
one point or another you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Unless it's a small
well, I
bracket.
would just
Yeah,
If
but
I
even
told,
unless in a small bracket, you're gonna close out. The guy will fight the finals.
Yeah. No, it's
I
true.
told my guys,
You
if you
wanna
guys
see
make it to the
finals.
finals,
You want to
you're
see
gonna
the
fight.
final.
You're gonna.
You want to see the finals.
Yeah.
It's bad for the public. I don't like the rules of jiu-jitsu at the moment. That's why I'm not competing a lot of
Which ones?
IBJJF. The gi rules I don't like. Just don't like
Which
them.
ones?
They made to stall. Both guys can double pull and nothing happens.
Well, no,
And
they give
no, you can double lasso, it's fine. You can hold the guy. How can double lasso if you're on top? So who
Yeah.
doesn't know? I hold. He's leaving one side. He's leaving the side. My leg is trapping his arms. How can you move? And the guy on the bottom.
And then neither guy can move.
Well, that was the issue with 50-50 for a while. People were stalling out on 50-50.
So the rules is still like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of interpretation of the rules. Last time I fought like on the Pan Arms, I think the ref did not do a good job. Like I was on the edge of the mat, and AJ attacked a toe hold, and he ran outside. I still inside. I tried to pull myself into the mat. He eventually went outside of the mat. But I'm not trying to go outside. He's forcing to go outside. The ref gave 2 points to him.
Yeah.
And I lost the fight. There was like 15 seconds left. I'm like, no, that's
Was it
no
not
points. That's
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
I'm not, because if you're rolling, that's the direction of rolling. If you just run out of bounds, it's disqualification.
right.
But if you're trying to defend
Scoot.
outside, it happen. It's a natural motion that you need to do to not get hurt. It's 2 points to the guy. But I wasn't defending. There wasn't a submission. There was
Do you,
not
know,
even
do
close.
you remember who the ref was?
I remember who the ref was. Espantalho. I don't know his name in English.
Would you be
But-
like, I want a different
No,
ref?
people use, according to the guys, they use my example
Yeah.
to show to everyone to what not to do the next day.
Right.
See, this was not points, but in my case, it's interpretation.
Yeah.
He interpreted that he should give 2 points.
That's
to
the
him.
worst part. Is
Who
like the.
didn't Jazari lose? Somebody just lost at the Worlds, wasn't it? Or was it the Pan Ams to something like
I'm pretty
that?
sure Jazari didn't compete at Masters.
No.
At
This
Worlds?
it was earlier this year, where it was two girls, two high level girls.
Talita.
It might have been Talita, where they went by the edge of the mat, and she wasn't trying to escape out of the mat. It's just she was trying to escape out of the hold, and they DQ'd her.
Yeah, that's like I said. That's all
Yeah.
open to interpretation. That's the rules should be like very clear, to have as very little interpretation as possible.
Yeah, I think that's just
If
one
you
of those
just
things
open
where,
to interpretation, it becomes very in a gray area there, and then the ref can do whatever
But
he
here's the
wants.
thing. It's easy to cover that kind of thing. If you're trying to get out of bounds, if you're trying to, you can cover it.
Yeah.
You don't look like you're trying.
well,
to
it's the
reach
same
there.
way people try to like sneak in like weird chokes or like different pinches or something like that because they know the ref's behind them. Like you saw it happen to you.
I think if they, like, it's hard to say this. Like, I don't follow jiu-jitsu as much because it's not fun to watch.
It gets boring.
I go to a tournament, my students are fighting, I just want to
Did you watch the?
go home. Because the
You don't
10
like
minutes,
like the quintets. and
that
those?
one's kind of a little more interesting. But the normal formats of jiu-jitsu, it's like 10 minutes fight. The guy stall 4 of
that's
those
what happened. Did you
10
watch-
minute. You don't want to watch that.
Yeah. Did you watch Kinetic? Like Kinetic was the one like
No,
there was the one that Brasco was on
traveling to
there.
Brazil, yeah. No,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's the one that Brasco fought.
Oh, I
on.
ran
Yeah,
into him the
Brasco.
other day.
It's
Yesterday
like
at the gym.
he had the most boring fight, and I was like, "Come on, man! Like
What do you expect?
you're like, it's like, dude, like he was competing in IBJJF rules in this match, which was submission only. Because if you went to a draw, if you didn't get a submission, then you're both out. Like it makes sense to me that way. It's like, well, neither of you really did anything. Out.
I
You
think
didn't
10
finish it.
minutes is just too long.
Yeah, it's definitely
Polaris
too long.
was 15.
That's ridiculous.
But that's one fight. If it's a tournament style,
Yeah, you can't do 15.
you can do
minutes.
15 minutes.
what I think would be best would probably be no longer than 6 to 7 minutes.
6 minutes is great.
6 minutes is perfect because it gives you a sense of urgency.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't get the submission within those 6 minutes,
Well, I remember people say, oh, 6 minutes too short. Then World Pro 6 minutes.
Yeah.
The Abu Dhabi Worlds.
Yeah.
A lot of people getting submissions. Said that's not short at all.
Yeah.
People can get a submission 6 minutes. Both high level guys fight, world class fighters. Should be 6 minutes. Even 5 minutes. I'm in favor to it. Street judo is way more interesting to watch than jiu-jitsu now. Because action it's happening all the time.
And they have to, and now they added the whole part where they have to have the submission.
Yeah.
So they have to throw and have a submission right away.
What
what do you mean? Judo?
in
judo,
changed their-
they have
Oh,
more ground time. No.
Yeah.
Like, you know why?
Because nobody was watching judo anymore.
Well, yeah, and jiu-jitsu's gotten so popular.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to show. Well, we
But
can do
judo
that too.
always had those submissions.
They've always had it. Yeah,
They
that's-
just,
that's-
like, you-
Well,
but
that's
you-
where jiu-jitsu came from.
Yeah.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu came from judo.
Right.
Nuwaza.
But they never focused on finishing.
Yeah.
It was always just getting the throw. The throw was the fancy thing, like back in the day. I mean, like,
Well, it was, if you got their back to touch on the throw,
Yeah,
so
that's
the
it.
rule was the back
Still the
touch.
same rule.
no, it doesn't matter. You just had to throw them.
You just have to throw them, but if you get a koka, that's the least amount of points in
Yeah.
judo. If you throw the guy from his chest, you still can work now.
Right.
Before the guy kind of like
Just
Turtle
froze.
turtle up, the ref just stand there up. Now they just have like 15
Yeah,
15
no,
or 20 seconds.
they get to sit there and work, and those chokes
Yeah.
are vicious.
So they
Yeah.
they go
Like,
for kill
they
chat.
go-
They have a very short amount of time.
And they're gonna have like 20 matches or something crazy, like for a
Yeah,
judo
because you
tournament.
can lose and they can come back
Come
to get a
back, yeah.
bronze.
If I wasn't,
That's so bad.
if I wasn't 40 something years old, I don't need to talk about how old I am. But if I wasn't 40 something years old, I'd love to do judo.
I'd love to do judo
But
now,
I am
but
too old, and I did 12
It's
years of
so
professional
bad on your
wrestling.
shoulders.
it's so bad. It just fucks up your whole body.
Yeah,
There's not
man.
even your shoulder. Here's the whole
All
body
the
is
takedowns
fucked.
I do in jiu-jitsu, I learned doing wrestling in high school my senior year.
How come you don't think people do as much sambo for jiu-jitsu?
Just not very popular, and it's hard to find a high level sambo.
There's no
guy.
high-level sambo
Just
guys
in
down here.
Russia.
Yeah.
What it's MMA with a jacket on. That's all it really
No,
is.
but
There's still some
that's
crazy
rules.
awesome
There's
throws.
sambo
yeah.
rules that we don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah.
But how you can get a high level sambo guy to teach
Yeah.
you? No, you can't
There's
get
no
it.
high-level sambo guys that I can
I-
think of,
I-
at least
Yeah.
in Florida.
Yeah. I don't know, but I don't know.
I
how
don't
much-
know any.
There's some awesome fucking sambo throws that I know would work really, really well in jiu-jitsu.
Leg lock. The whole leg lock game evolved from the sambo game.
And
no,
they,
no, Luta Livre, Brazil always had the leg locks, but they were hidden.
Yeah, but then you get this in the match. Did you ever see that video from like it's from that like I want
Can
to
you,
say
like-
from the 90s?
Yeah, that's why.
If someone
I
got an
always,
ankle lock,
Right.
everybody started throwing their shoes on the mat.
that's awesome.
so you know why
I fucking
that's
do that all
you know
the
why?
time.
Shoemakers.
no.
Shoemakers.
So
Cobblers.
on the 90s, there's two ground fights in Brazil: Luta Livre
Right.
and Jiu-Jitsu. They were fighting to who controls the south area of Rio. That's the richest area. Who controls that will take over the city. So Jiu-Jitsu won. Luta Livre went out of the south area. They're still working. So what the Jiu-Jitsu first, Jiu-Jitsu before gi, everything was allowed.
Yeah.
So the Jiu-Jitsu to stop the Luta Livre guys to win the tournaments, they're like, foot lock's illegal.
Yeah.
So if you did a foot lock, people will boo you. If you win a match by foot lock, you go, ooh,
Yeah.
Luta Livre guy, that's not a nice move.
I never fucking knew that. I had
So
no fucking
that's
clue.
why when the guy finished the fight and they say, oh, you're going on the foot, you're a Luta Livre guy, get off the Jiu-Jitsu
Yeah.
tournaments. So
Never heard that.
those moves like the 10th Plan guys, not
Right.
all of them, but lots of them, it's from Luta Livre.
Yeah,
Old
yeah.
school moves.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Well, they're like
people-
catch wrestling and
Jay
stuff.
Z
Yeah.
Jay-Z's got some
Uh-huh.
really weird
Yeah.
foot stuff that
Because
he
Jay-Z
does.
is a black belt in Luta
Luta
Livre.
Livre,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure, I'm sure, black belt in Luta Livre.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
So
But you never do anything.
I do sometimes some calf slices
It's
here and there.
catch.
I do some
The calf
slices
slices.
here and there.
Well, you did the calf slicer at that tournament in Tampa.
Yeah, that
when
was
your
a-
knee was
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
wrecked
yeah,
too.
that one.
He's like, "Oh, my knee's wrecked. Let me go for the one that's probably the worst to do on my knee." It's like calf slicer. Like that
Yeah,
one was a
it's-
hard
'cause
match
Luta
too.
Libre is closer to catch wrestling than
Yes,
MMA.
Yeah.
very close.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't have God. There's a different set of rules, and you need to submit to the whole.
Back in the day, judo was the fucking thing to do.
Yeah.
Like how we have MMA now. And it's like, "Oh, I'm an MMA fighter." Or you hear something like in on like movies. Back in the day, it was all judo. There was judo in like James Bond. It was always like a big thing that James Bond was a black belt in judo, and then you'll be surprised.
All I can think of is Austin Powers where you do judo chop.
Right.
You know,
But
so
that was
it's
the thing.
that
There was
also,
the-
that also
yeah.
was good and judo.
But then there was even like on the Andy Griffith show, there was like a whole section where there is that you? Yeah, that's him. He's the popular one. there was like a whole segment where he's sitting there looking at like a judo book. I meant to send it to you because I was literally watching it the other day. He's just looking at a judo book and he's like practicing throws and stuff like that straight from the book.
See,
It
I
was
always
back
thought
in the
karate was like
that was more in the 60s,
70s.
70s. That was coming up. It was
well,
kung fu.
Judo Gene LaBelle.
Yeah,
He started. He
started in judo and
he
catch.
started, yeah, judo and catch back in the day. He's the one that taught Bruce Lee.
Even in like the cartoons and stuff, they would do like judo chop. What's his Hong Kong Fooey?
yeah, but there's no such thing as a judo chop.
Yeah, but what do you want me to
They
fucking
just say
tell you?
judo chop.
What do you want me to tell you? I didn't create it.
And I've also heard them call everything
That's not true.
martial
There is
art
chops.
as Jiu-Jitsu.
I don't know.
I heard them say, "Oh, do you do Jiu-Jitsu?"
Where do you get that?
And the kung fu move.
In the kung fu, yeah.
It's like I know your what's it like your Wu-Tang is. What's he say in the beginning of the Wu-Tang? It's like, oh, you think your Shaolin style can defeat me? You ever watch those? You never watched the
old
old
school-
Wu-Tang
yeah, yes,
movies?
yes, I did.
Did you ever watch those?
No.
Bro, they're so shitty. They're
They
so
used to-
good.
So growing up in Florida, there used to be you watch cartoons. Then at 11, Creature Feature came on
Yeah.
for 2 hours, which was like Godzilla or Wolfman or whatever.
Yeah.
And after that was, I want to say it was called Kung Fu Theater.
Yeah, they
And it
played
would just
those.
be every Saturday you would watch. It would be like
Listen, there's some good ones, man. No. They're like
60s and 70s.
think of like the dollar movies in like China, like those kinds of movies. The
Kind
ones.
of, the kind of everything was a with like a
Yeah, everything always had like a whoosh, 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 and it was like super like choppy, like motion, like
and then they're very badly dubbed.
But listen, there's actually a couple that are actually really good as like cheesy or like shitty at their word. It was like really good.
Guys, don't watch that.
Listen, watch Master of the Flying Guillotine. There's this guy, he walks around with
Flying
this.
heel hook.
Yeah. Listen, he's got a metal circle with like razors on the outside. And what he does is he'll throw it so everybody dodges the circle, but it lands on their neck. And all of a sudden this like whole like net pops up over their head, and then you see like it just and it cuts off their head. So he's throwing everything off of here. So you're like, okay, so you got a fucking flying guillotine disc out of nowhere. His fucking arms start to stretch out. So when people are trying to hit him, you just see his arm like go like 20 feet. It's so shitty that it's really good. It's so good. Oh, it's so bad.
And it was a kung fu.
Master of the
It
Flying
was-
Guillotine.
Okay.
This was the same time that like all those Jackie Chan movies and stuff were coming out.
Jackson was kind of okay.
Like people only know Jackie Chan from like Rumble in the Bronx and stuff like that. You watch his like the original Drunken Master, you're like, ugh,
Did you know
it's pretty bad.
Did you know he was in Enter
Bruce
the
Lee,
Dragon?
yeah, no, not Enter the
He
Dragon.
was in Enter the Dragon.
Big Boss or Chinese Connection.
No, he was in Enter the Dragon too.
No, you're thinking of
But
No,
he
I'm telling
came
you.
out of there, he did some decent movies.
who?
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan has some good fucking movies.
Yeah,
the older ones.
He was
are good.
he was in the original.
Who am I?
Yeah.
What was the
That
Cannonball
was
Run?
the guy. Yeah,
Did you ever see the Cannonball Run from the '80s?
he was in there.
It's incredible. It's
It's a race.
a race across the United States, and everybody's got different cars. And it was Burt Reynolds, and
DeLuise.
Dom DeLuise. There was all these old school guys.
It's like old, like American,
and
like
the Japanese. He was on the Japanese team, and they had a TV in their car, and he was
Yeah,
watching
no.
he was watching porn
he stole mine.
on the ride.
Can you give me another one, please? He took mine. How dare you be thirsty, bro?
Yeah, how dare you? You wanna drink
You're right.
something?
Did you get heel hooked? Why you let the white belt get heel hooked? Are you still white or did you bump up? I'm sorry. Why don't you use one on your foot?
I did.
Did you? So what happened?
I got heel hooked.
You did legitimately get heel hooked? Who heel hooked you?
One of the other white belts.
Oh, nice!
But who?
Teaching the white belts heel hook.
It's not me. Apparently, a guy there is teaching the white belt the heel hooks.
Who?
One of the guys there.
I think I know.
Who? You're afraid of throwing people under the bus? You're on the wrong show for that. We throw everyone
I
under the
think I know
bus.
who.
I'm not going to throw people under the bus.
Who?
Okay.
Jeff.
That's
Jeff?
who I thought.
Jeff is teaching people heel hooks?
Apparently, yes.
Word of mouth. I
Apparently, yes. So I will
Jeff
heel
is
hook
teaching
Jeff
people
to
heel-
See how he feels.
He's been a blue belt for what, 6 months? Around 6 months? Oh, because I was gonna bust his balls because he posted a photo with you. He's like, "Oh, it's great teaching a class with Herbert Burns." I'm like, "Hold the fuck up! Who said you're teaching? Like, I thought maybe you'd be assisting, but he's teaching."
No, he's not teaching at all.
He posted that he taught.
It was with Gilbert though, but yeah.
Oh, with Gilbert. Yeah, it was with Gilbert, saying that he was teaching with Gilbert. I'm like,
No, good. Gilbert, ain't Gilbert's.
I don't know Jeff.
you don't know
teach
Jeff.
alone.
He's a good dude. He's a badass fucking guitar player too. But he still should be teaching people. He's a badass guitar player for sure. But yeah, why is he teaching? Man.
Don't know. I would teach her more defense, heel hook defense, and then counter heel hooks. Should be good.
Does
I
he do
think-
lockdown on you too?
I think I'll do a DVD.
Does he go for the lockdown? Are you gonna do a DVD?
I think so.
Are you gonna do it like in English or in Portuguese?
Definitely English.
All right, I'm just gonna make 1/2 requests. Don't do this. Like when you show like I hate when people do that. It's like when they show for like where to grab and where to submit. They're like, you're going ahead and take this hand and reach
All the
across.
Planet guys do that.
I
All the
fucking
Planet
can't
people do
stand that. And then the other one, it's like the Danaher video. It's like, okay. So you're going to go ahead and grab the arm. Okay. And the other ones are here, so you
No,
have
I
a 2 on
can't-
1.
I can't deal with
Okay.
this shit.
Oh.
His video's supposed to have 30 seconds and they last like 10 minutes. The guy doesn't. I think, like, everyone's like a little egocentric.
For
Like,
sure.
I like everything I say, I understand 100%.
Everything that
And
you
I
say.
agree with everything I say. So I like to hear what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Wait, hold on. So you agree with everything that you are saying?
Yeah.
I would fucking hope so. You're saying it.
So that's why Danaher does the video that's supposed to last
10 seconds.
10 seconds. He make the video last 20 minutes.
I think it's because he believes what he's saying.
Yeah,
Well, he gets
believes it. He
su-
likes to hear
He
himself.
likes to hear what he says.
Yeah.
That's the one part. Is that he's so smart that he loves the sound of his own voice on that some things. Like so.
Did you listen to him on Rogan?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
It was hilarious.
I don't listen to Rogan podcasts as much.
Because
As much?
as much.
Sometimes I'm forced to listen because my roommate doesn't
Right.
listen to it. It's so loud that
So yeah,
Yeah,
I basically am listening to
You
it.
should
too.
listen
it's
to
like smoking. Someone smoking beside you. Not technically
You're
smoking,
smoking.
but still smoking.
Wasn't me.
You should listen to the Dan Crenshaw.
Wasn't my cocaine, sir. It was just
You
in
don't
the
know Dan
air.
Crenshaw? He's the congressman with the eye patch.
Oh yeah, that guy.
If I see him, maybe.
Yeah,
He's the one they made fun of on Saturday Night Live.
This was a while ago. He doesn't know. He doesn't follow politics.
I follow
Yes,
a
he
little bit.
does.
You tell like
I do actually.
the guy, or the last thing he did was he was like going back and forth with what's her face, AOC.
Over guns.
He's just got like an eye patch. He looks like a bad motherfucker. 'Cause
He's
he
a
was.
former Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
I think I know this one.
So, all right. So you're gonna do a DVD,
Yeah, that's.
but you know for sure you already got it. Like you already know.
I think I would do like a. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, he was on Rogan a couple weeks ago. Because he did Tulsi Gabbard,
Yeah.
and then he did Bernie.
It was the
and
fucking
then,
worst.
And then he
But
did.
everyone's lap, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. I can't
I
stand that
hate
guy.
his voice so much.
He sounds like a cartoon.
That's like
He
that's
sounds
what
like
I
a
hear
cartoon.
When he talks.
He
Yeah.
has zero charisma.
Zero
He
charisma.
combs his hair with a balloon.
Yeah.
He's just. It's one of those things where like you could probably agree with. No.
Never.
No. Did you see the other lady? Not that I want to get into fucking politics. You see the lady that's getting shit on because she said you could pray the hurricane away?
Yes.
I told you today.
Was that Williamson?
I don't know. What
Yes.
a,
her name.
Marion William.
So he said that people just prayed and the mind power forced the hurricane not to
you didn't hear
reach
that?
the
No,
Florida.
but here.
Look, if it was me and I was in a
They
room,
promised like people from Bahamas they don't have the
They
same
didn't-
mind power.
just pray.
They didn't.
as
They
people
didn't.
from
They didn't
Florida.
pray hard
They
enough.
They
listen,
don't have the same visualization
if I was in a room
power.
and someone fucking said that to me, like legitimately, like she was giving a speech, like I'll give this chick like a shot. All right, cool. And she said that, like, all right, I'm done.
But here's the thing. Let's before we dismiss it so easily.
I'll just do this.
No,
And
can't
she's like,
hit her.
You hit me. I said, see, you had no mind powers.
Yeah.
Because if you had mind powers, you already knew I was going to hit you. You dodge.
But
She didn't dodge.
No, she would have prayed that.
there
you would have
is
stopped.
something to be said with the law of attraction.
Shawn.
All
right. This is my fist. I want you to
Lost.
pray it away. All right.
No, that's
pray it
different.
away.
That's different. What I'm
That's
saying
the
is,
hurricane power.
That's a hurricane. You're gonna catch
what
these
I'm-
two
what-
hurricanes.
What I'm saying is,
This is Irma and this is
so Conor McGregor, before he went on his run,
Yeah, I know. We talked about it.
he bought into the secret, and he got that incredible.
Here's the
run.
bullshit part. It's like, okay, you decided instead of being like a negative piece of shit, you're gonna sit there and this is what I want. This is what I work towards. At the end of the day, that drive is what's really pushing you. Yes, that helped you. It might have had a positive impact on you, but at the end of the day, same reason why bad shit happens to good people is because you can't think it away. It's how you respond to it.
It's what you expect. You will get what you expect. Like if you're,
Well, I'm expecting a couple of $1 billion.
you're not expecting it.
Oh, I'm
You're saying
definitely
that.
expecting
No,
it
you are not.
for sure.
No, you are not.
I expect to be the champion.
Right?
You can
definitely
expect-
him to be.
Well, let give you an example. I expect to win every jiu-jitsu match I have when I compete. I expect to win.
That's
And
all I
my-
think
But
of
did you
MMA
pray for it?
matches.
No, I don't pray for it, but I expect it. So my mind has already done it. I've only lost in 12 years of competition. How many have I lost? I've lost
Twice.
Once to a ref's decision and once to a tap. And those were the two times where I had no. That was my first black
There
belt
was no
competition.
Jesus in your praying.
No, it had nothing to do with that. It had to do with I didn't expect it.
No, what happened was
No,
the
I
one guy
think
put
I-
his knuckles in your fucking throat,
I
and you're like,
always,
sucked.
I always expect swing, but I don't think the mind. If you don't auto sabotage yourself, you should do a good job in winning.
Yeah.
If you fight good, most of the time you win.
yeah.
Sometimes you won't because the guy fought even better than you. That doesn't mean you perform bad. You just perform good. But I think in mind power is just to do things you can control. And what you can control, you do everything right. But sometimes you do everything right and still not going to win.
Right. No, of course. I'm not saying it's a
That lady's crazy.
Yeah.
It's not something you can take to the bank, but
I plan to. I expect to.
But the fact of the matter is, if you have that ultimate belief in yourself, that will add to your performance.
Yeah, definitely.
To me, what's even just as important as that is feeling like I look good. Like you asked me why I trimmed my beard before I went. I feel like if I look good, then I feel good.
You feel good, yeah. Definitely.
If I feel
Well,
good,
that's right.
I'll,
When you
know,
shower finally, yeah, you'll feel good.
I shower multiple times. I showered today.
It's like I showered today.
Right after we-
Someone
after
give
we
me
got
a
done
fucking
training.
medal. Here you go.
After we got done training, I showered.
I
And then
hope so.
You
showered.
feel good, you're confident.
You're
And
confident,
then
Right.
everything's good.
You're relaxed, like you're more clear, like
If
you can kill it.
If you don't feel good, or if you don't feel you look good, or you're dirty, or you smell,
Yeah.
you feel not confident, and everything's your fault, and then you auto-sabotage yourself.
So, total sidetrack. Now that you got signed with the UFC, was there anything that right away just changed for you, as far as more opportunities or anything like that? Like, or is it just kind of like, okay, now I'm signed to the UFC, if I can go back to work?
It's like when I said like UFC, I always knew I had it on me. I always knew that I was at that level. For me, didn't change anything. I'm still doing the same thing, training, working to improve myself every day.
Mm-hmm.
I want to fight soon, but I think for other people change, not for me. I can see other people looking at me differently. Look, oh, he achieved that. And
Now you're the
a
UFC.
it's a big achievement. I won't undermine that. But like I said, for me, I always knew my level and
Would be
my,
there, right.
I'll be at that.
So are you saying you expected it?
Definitely expect. Every
He
fight I do, I
demanded it
expect
from
to win.
himself.
Every fight I do it. That's only one thing on my mind is to win.
Yep.
So the answer is no. Nothing changed for you.
Nothing changed
No,
yet.
he got an opportunity. I gave him an opportunity today. We talked about it.
Yeah, we're talking about.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's your opportunity. No.
Passion project.
Yeah.
It's a passion project. Don't you worry
The
about it.
DVD?
DVD also. The DVD was today a new opportunity. I'll become a model soon.
Yeah? You're taking up Luke's spot?
Yeah.
You're going to be the next polo model?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to do a photo shoot for Tatami next weekend. So
This weekend or
no,
next
weekend.
Next
Not
weekend.
this
weekend? Are we
weekend.
gonna
The
do
following.
our headshots at that time?
No, because that one's going to be different. I actually got to sit down with him and Gilbert. And we want somebody else, too, that we're going to have to sit there and work. I actually got to get my ticket. Could you not fucking hawk a loogie on my microphone?
No, I'm trying to get your attention. If you need another person, if you talk about sales,
Bro, you don't even fit in your own gi.
Talk
How are you going to
talk
fit into
about
an
selling
A2?
This no, you have them send an A5 or an A4. I fit well in an A4. I fit well in an A4.
You almost had him fucking do a spit take all over this.
You want to sell some geese?
Definitely he won't fit on A2. What are you thinking?
Dude, I have twice in my lifetime seen this man stuck in a gi.
The last time was at the last photo shoot.
No, then three. That's
That-
three
no,
times.
that-
No,
You
twice,
guys can't
no,
make
twice.
me laugh hard. Last time I laughed hard, almost
No,
died
that photo shoot, after
watching
you
David
guys
Chappelle's stand up.
Yeah.
After you guys left that last photo shoot at the
Mm-hmm.
hangar, I put it on. I put on one of the A2s.
No. You put on the, you put on one of the, you put on my want versus need gi. That's what it was. So he goes.
No,
and he
I also tried on one of theirs. It was the
Oh, it was
black
so
one.
bad.
Remember, it was
He
the,
did it at the tournament,
twice,
too.
Twice.
Yeah.
Black, it was the black and yellow one. I was like, ooh, I like this. So I tried it on,
I think I have it on video too.
and I couldn't even get out of it. So that was twice in that same day that
So
I got
three.
stuck. I got
Immobilized
stuck.
by the gi.
He got stuck in the gi at the Orlando Open because he put on somebody else's gi, and then he's like, "Oh no, I can't wear this one. I'll just go get mine." And then he's stuck like this. He's like, "Help, help!" It's like you walked onto the beach and you just found like the whale that like just beats itself. Like, he sat there. I'm like, just filming it, not even trying to help. I'm just filming it. Like, I know, it hurts. Go fuck yourself.
I thought about it. I think I will do that project. It'll be good. Yeah. I will have things on my mind. The real truth about the fires.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. So
Everyone
for
asks
people
this.
for everybody that doesn't know, because you've living under a rock, everybody the past week and a half, 2 weeks
Mhm.
has been going absolutely apeshit. Which actually, it's not even the fires that I'm worried about. It's what led to because of the fire. What happened? Oh yeah. So there's a whole bunch of fires going on in the Amazon. Everybody's freaking out because they think that we're losing the oxygen from the earth here, and that we're losing
The oxygen doesn't come from Amazon. The Amazon is not the lung of the world.
So
That's
what is the lung of the world.
That's the how it goes called that the oceans. It's the ocean.
The plankton, the
yes.
algae.
Yes, that's
Okay, the algae. Okay.
the algae are the
So what's been
the lungs of the world.
What's been driving you crazy here?
people asking about the Amazon. How's the fire there? Did you see the fire? No,
Did your house burn down?
man.
You guys all live in
got
trees,
no
right?
idea how big Brazil is. It's huge.
What state are you from?
I'm from Rio.
From Rio.
From Rio. From Niterói. It's a city in Rio State, right beside Rio City. It's 15 minutes.
South or east?
It's south.
South. Okay.
It's like
So south of Baja.
southeast.
South of Baja.
No, the Baja is it's right on the west. I'm on the.
Don't worry about where it's from. All right, keep going.
It's from Niterói, city of a lot of good fighters.
All right, so.
By the
continue.
way, there's not a lot of rainforest down there. I mean, there's some,
There's some,
but there's not a. There's
but
not,
it's a different style
it's, a diff-
for
it's, not,
rainforest.
it's not like the middle of
The
of
jungle.
Brazil.
No, that's definitely different. And then Amazon's like in the Amazon states,
Right.
but there's no Amazons. There's like a few states. It's that huge. Like Trump has to say,
Right.
huge area. It's like impossible to control.
Right.
It's almost like there's cameras, there's surveillance, but it's just too big that of
Right.
area. And this is a dry season, so if everything sparkles fire, we'll get fire.
Yeah.
You can't stop. This been happening last 15 years.
And I guarantee you, it's happened for thousands of years.
Yeah, no.
When
Yeah.
things
Like-
get dry there.
It's if you see the real articles, not the
Yeah.
bullshit ones written by the leftists.
Oh man, I knew it was gonna get there. All right, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
written by the leftists.
Okay.
It's normal. There's like this fire is normal inside this 15 years gap. There's nothing crazy going after that.
Yeah.
But it's like this, right? If you put a camera and the guy driving a car, he'll get a ticket. He will get a ticket. If I put a camera 24 hours,
Someone's gonna get a ticket.
you get a ticket.
Okay.
There's no way you won't get. So there's
I
we
haven't
have
gotten a ticket ever.
yeah, because we're not following you 24 hours a day. Because if we do, you get a
Okay, you're
ticket.
saying like, oh, we're gonna catch you doing something wrong.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
And the area is so big, so now everyone is looking at it. You're gonna find more people doing wrong stuff because
Right.
you weren't looking at it.
So you're
if you
saying-
like,
Right.
It's under,
So you're saying regardless of anything, you're gonna see a fire in a
Yes.
fucking wooded area. Yeah.
exactly, and the dry wooded area will get fired.
Okay, so then what do you think about when they're saying that it was set on fire on purpose?
That could be one of the things. Actually, like the
'Cause there's a
federal,
video
the
of, like, a
federal
lady-
prosecutor opened an investigation about that.
Well, there's
That
a video
people
of
criminal doing that to make the government look bad.
yeah. That's like I saw a video of
They not serious.
and
They
the
open
evidence-
a case on that.
Yeah.
There's investigation going
to
on.
make the president
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
bad.
Yes.
they're all going against Bolsonaro, so they're saying like, "Oh, look at what he did," but then he's like, "This is set up by my opponents."
But and by the way, it's like
I don't know if it's true or not.
that's
It should
similar-
be proof.
That's similar to what they trying to do with Trump. Beto O'Rourke, who is
Oh, right.
Hey,
he said that Trump will say this was a natural act of nature about the hurricane. When
Right.
he said, when Dorian hits, Trump will probably call this an unavoidable act of nature.
it is.
That's what a hurricane
It
is.
fucking is. Okay, so now
So, but look at Bolsonaro. He has a great sense of humor. It's hard to find a guy with a good sense of humor, just like hey.
right.
Example, a guy come into his office and he doesn't receive politics alone because everyone asks for Bible in Brazil.
Yeah.
That's huge. So he always have a reporter sitting there. It's never alone. I was a reporter and someone, and this guy came. He was on one of the parties and he wants something. Like, are you guys good? You can we talk with me? No, we're gonna talk just like this.
Yeah.
And the guy like, where can I sit? And the guy, if you're not sitting on my lap, you can sit wherever you want. That's the president. That's
pretty
his
good.
style of talk. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. It's
Good
like
sense
let's
of humor.
cut the bullshit.
Then
Let's move.
The French president.
Yeah.
You guys know what mortadella is, you know, right?
Yeah.
Mortadella is a piece of ham, very cheap
Yeah.
cut. So, in Brazil, people are saying that she didn't get the joke. That Macron is the
Yeah.
French president. Is mortadella made of foie gras?
That's so bad.
That's funny.
It's funny. It's funny. But then he starts going into his wife, into Macron's wife.
But there was
was a fire back.
because if you say the lady's ugly in Brazil, you call lady a dragon.
Yeah.
So like he understand a fire because he's lived beside a dragon.
See what I'm saying?
That's funny.
That's like so
She's
now.
25 years older than him, though.
Yeah,
All right.
she's ugly.
Okay. So
Isn't she ugly?
they start
Well,
going. Listen.
I haven't really looked at her, but I'm thinking like I look at her and I go, well, maybe 30 years ago she could have been hot.
But right. But then he goes.
She'll be born.
So he goes after Macron's wife.
No, Macron went
Macron went
after
after him.
Brazil first.
First,
Look,
right?
no.
Because he started getting into his business. He's like, "We're not one of your fucking colonies. Keep your fucking money." Because
Definitely.
he wanted to give him what, $20 million or something.
He wants to put Amazon on international status.
Yeah.
Would you Americans like, okay, Statue of Liberty now it's not American
No, it's
anymore.
not.
It's just
Yeah.
It's global.
It's global. It's
global.
everybody's property.
Same thing. You say, hey, you guys don't know how to take care of the Notre Dame Cathedral, so it's just
Right.
burn these shits. Now it's off the
So,
world.
so they're going back and forth.
No, I know
Bolsonaro's
that.
right. The fucking best to ever do it jumps into the argument. Renzo Gracie.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Now, here's the funny part. Renzo fucking played it perfect. Because most people don't know yet. Renzo now is like an official like ambassador for
Yes.
Brazil.
He's a
And
So
for
that
the
means
biggest
that-
airline.
That must tell me that Renzo is a conservative.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
So now listen. So Renzo is now like an official ambassador, but he's also working with the biggest airline in Brazil.
Yes.
So that's why George ran into him last week or whatever it was, 2 weeks ago. They ran into, he's like at the consulate. He's like, "The fuck are you doing?" He's like, "I'm here with these fucking guys." Blah blah blah. So like Renzo is fucking full on making these moves, like all over the place. So they're just going back and forth. And then the part that like most people haven't talked about is Macron's bodyguard wants to fight Renzo.
Yeah, today he challenged Renzo.
Did you hear
And
what
Renzo
Renzo
is
said?
like,
Did you hear what Renzo said?
you call him like a chicken neck or something?
No,
Yeah.
he said,
It's called Macron chicken neck.
Yeah.
No, he said that the guy looks like he sells
Or
women's
women's
makeup.
makeup, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you wouldn't stand 5 seconds with a 60-year-old Renzo, let alone a 50-year-old Renzo or a 40-year-old Renzo. Like, come on, man.
That say that about mortadela foie gras, if you want to call leftists in offensive way. You call
Right.
mortadela in Brazil. Because the Workers' Party, they pay people to go on the riots, whatever they do.
Right.
You like
Hey.
Antifa.
They pay
Right.
people to do that, and then they feed them a sandwich of mortadela.
Did they ever end up figuring out who set up the guy that stabbed him?
So this guy, that's crazy, huh? The guy is affiliated to PSOL. You guys know Glenn Greenwald?
Yeah.
So Glenn Greenwald's husband is from PSOL. From this party. It's
Yeah.
an extreme leftist
Yeah.
party. And this guy was affiliated to them. The same day the guy stabbed Bolsonaro, somebody tried to enter for his ID on the federal Congress
Really?
to look like the guy had like
Like he was there.
like he was there and he wasn't stabbing Bolsonaro. So
He wasn't planning
yeah,
the millions of people standing next to him
So-
to stop him.
the judge, the guy's crazy. That's what the lawyers played. That the guy's crazy, and the guy, there's nothing he can do about it. He just will be in a crazy house with crazy people forever because he can't go out.
That's fucking nutty. Can you
But
imagine being
so? Who
completely-
is behind? Like the guy had 5 lawyers.
Yeah.
How the hell a crazy guy has money to pay 5 lawyers? But in Brazil, there is a law that the lawyer is not. He can't say who's paying him. So
No,
we
really?
don't know who's paying the lawyer.
Is that like that here?
I don't know.
I guess
don't know.
no.
I've
I
never-
guess no. It makes sense because it's client
Yes.
privilege.
Client-
Yes.
Yeah.
So like you can't say who's paying me
Yeah.
unless like you got sued. You can't. You.
No.
Well, I don't know because I think they can say they don't have to.
Yeah, they don't have to. Yeah.
They
Right.
can.
Yeah, but
it's not protected. It's not protected because look at the guy that
with
what's
the
his
stripper, with the hood, like.
name? No, I was gonna say the guy that was Trump's lawyer, and then they
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, you're thinking of Avenanti.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm talking the guy that they went into his office and stole, and the feds raided his office, and then he's in jail now.
So what do you think the possibilities are that Renzo could become president of Brazil one day?
No, that's
You don't think it would ever happen?
no. The minute I think like after this, because they tried to attack the wash car operation in Brazil.
Yeah.
If they like the hackers invaded the lot of phones,
Mic.
including Bolsonaro's phone, and they gave these hackers. Huh?
Yeah.
The guy, like he livings do small like taking money from you here, and he apparently hacked everyone's phone. He couldn't get Glenn Greenwald's phone, so
Right.
he asked to the person that was running for vice president on Workers' Party tickets, "Hey, I hack into your phone, but I cannot have access to your phone. I have access to everyone's phone. Can you give me Glenn Greenwald's phone number?" Like, yeah, I can give it to you.
No, really?
Yeah, the guy's a hacker. Hackers into everyone's phone, but
Not
I
Glenn
can't
Girl.
hack into her phone. It's too much technology for me.
Yeah.
Right? And then Greenwald gets all the news and
Right.
starts leaking things that's like Sergio Moro is the name of the guy. Sergio Moro woke today, but he did not brush his teeth. So Lula should be free. Lula is the president.
Yeah.
They just want to free this guy. Like the guy is bribery. He got a house, an apartment,
Lula?
a field house. Hey, he's in
Lula,
jail.
Lula had like the most like corrupt because remember
Yes,
what happened
he's
like
the most
right
corrupt.
Brazil,
before it
Brazilian
was
politics
It's
are-
crazy.
It's
It's
nutty.
way better than House of Cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, Lula's, was it cousin or nephew or something like that, won the biggest lotto in Brazilian history
Lula's
by himself. That's like right before he was like gone, like he was done. Like, oh, by the way, our biggest lotto ever. Everybody in the fucking country wants to play because that's their ticket out. Guess who won? Guess who won? How crazy is that?
Like, it's just so this guy Sergio Moro now, he's like all the conservative population is the biggest part of Brazil. Brazil is a Catholic country, the biggest Catholic country in the world. It's behind this guy. And this guy with Bolsonaro now, so Bolsonaro has the ticket for 2022. But if Bolsonaro and this guy fall apart and this guy go alone by himself to be president, he will be a president. And Renzo, there's no chance. The hardcore people, they know Renzo, but the normal people
I wouldn't.
have no idea.
And I don't think he would want to.
No, I don't think he wants to.
You don't think he would want to? I think he would want to.
I think
he would be the Brazilian Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, but I don't.
No, it's a different style of Renzo.
I don't think Renzo. I don't think again. He's a. People obviously have egos, but I don't think Renzo
doesn't have that kind of ego.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't think he wants that kind of that kind of pressure.
So. Total,
he's got a great life.
to get out of all the politics bullshit, because I don't want to talk politics. There was something funny that I wanted to fucking tell you, and I don't know if you heard about this. Did you hear what happened to Edwin Najmi?
No.
So Edwin Najmi competed this past weekend at Polaris, right? Cool, awesome, won.
Welterweight champion.
The same time that he was out there, someone smashed their car into the fire hydrant right in front of his gym. Completely ended up flooding his gym. This person did the exact same fucking thing 6 months ago. The exact same person had the exact same accident in front of the exact same school that flooded it both times.
Are you serious?
And it was on purpose.
It wasn't on purpose. This lady 6 months ago crashed her car in front of Edwin Najmi's gym, ended up flooding, like all the sprinklers, everything fucking went off. The fire hydrant's going crazy. The whole gym's fucking flooded. Took him forever to fix it, to dry the mats and stuff like that. Fixed everything. He's out at Polaris. Same fucking person crashes the exact same way in the exact same spot.
What is she doing wrong that she doesn't know how to drive?
Right? I'm like, bro, you sure? Like, I posted it on there on his post. I'm like, you sure that's not an ex-girlfriend? Because that's an ex-girlfriend move. Like, take it from someone who's had to deal with it. That's a crazy fucking ex-girlfriend move.
Maybe she didn't get into girlfriend status.
Man, that's probably what it is. But can you imagine that? I'd be like, get the fuck out. I did that.
Have you ever told Herbert the ladder story?
You know that.
Which one?
About my crazy ex that broke into my house?
No.
I told you that.
No.
Oh, man. I never told you that?
I had good ones also.
Huh?
I had good crazy.
Yeah,
exes.
no. This one was out there. Like, should I?
Yeah,
I mean,
why not?
Fucking A. So, I have a photo of this, too. So, I was dating this girl for, like, a year. And...
Pretty girl.
She's pretty, super nice. Everything was cool. Like, obviously, everyone has their quirks, whatever. But I was super happy, whatever. But she was one of those people that, like, would always accuse me of, like, cheating on her. Oh, you're cheating on me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, no. So I did everything I possibly could to, like, prove to her that, like, I didn't cheat on you. I'm not cheating on you. I'm not talking to anyone. She was, like, towards the beginning of the relationship, she was treating me like shit. Like shit. She would call me stupid, all kinds of stuff. I'm like, the fuck is going on? I'm leaving it up to hormones. I'm leaving it up to someone's having a bad day. Whatever. 8 months go by for, like, so we're together, like, 8, 9 months. And... she goes to jump in the shower, and I'd never, ever fucking do this, ever. But something in me told me to, like, she left her phone in the kitchen, and something told me to go check it out. So I'm like, I go look, and the whole time there's missed calls, voicemails. I'm listening to voicemails from this dude that she had been talking to behind my back the entire time. I'm like, cool. Put that down. She actually realizes she forgets the phone. Comes running back out, grabs it, and pretends like, oh, she wanted to listen to music in the bathroom. I'm like, okay, cool. So 2 days, 3 days later, she tries to come off, like, at me with something else. I'm like, So who's that guy on your phone then? Fuck are you talking about? You accuse me of shit? She throws her phone at me. She's like, go ahead, look. I'm like, you fucking deleted the messages. I'm like, call me stupid. I know what I saw and I heard. And I told her, like, the exact same wording, everything that happened on the text message, everything. So she knew she was caught. So, like, all right. Fucking huge argument.
You waited 2 days.
I'm sitting there like, listen, I'm giving people
This guy.
listen.
I would have had her stuff folded.
Yes.
At the front door.
You're making the mistake of thinking that I'd let her have stuff in my house. You fucking wrong.
No, her clothes that she took off.
Yes.
No, I won't get
Clothes
dress
that she took off
outside.
So listen, so like I'm like, you do your own thing. I'm fucking get the fuck out, get the fucking like called her out. So she leaves, she comes back. We have this huge argument, and then this comes out with the fact that the reason she was treating me like bad, like at the beginning, whatever, and she was being all moody, is because she was pregnant. I'm like, not with my kid. For sure, it wasn't with my kid. She said she had like a miscarriage, or like I'm 99% sure she had like an abortion, whatever. Not my business.
I'm against abortion.
For sure, not my kid. Let's just put that out there, right? So she's just fucking flipping out, blah blah blah. I'm like, you need to get the fuck out. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, you treat me like shit. Out, go, gone, whatever, gone. This is when I was still like working from home a lot. I lived on the second floor. So now one day
After the hurricanes.
This is way like
No. We were supposed to be. That's why the ladder was out. 'cause it was something to do with the
no.
hurricanes.
Your story, my story.
I thought it was your story, but I was
So-
pretty sure there was
So
something with the hurricanes.
the way that my apartment was set up was like right here I had my desk, and there was like a window that overlooked the parking lot, and then I had a balcony. It was like a screened in balcony. I'm just typing away, doing my shit, and I just hear boom, boom, boom on the door. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I go look, and it's her. So I'm looking through the peephole. I'm like,
What floor are you?
I'm on the second floor. But she's, no, she's at the front door. She's at the front door.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, the fuck are you doing here? Like, I just want to talk. There's nothing to fucking talk about. Like, we're done. Like, why the fuck are you here? Go. 15 minutes. She's just pounding the door. Just pounding the door. Listen, I worked in the music industry. I'm in concerts that I'd never even heard a single word. Like, whatever. Completely ignored. Finally, it stops. I'm like, oh, she fucking got the hint. Whatever. Next thing I know, like, I'm typing away, and I start hearing, like, shuffling. I'm just hearing... I'm like, the fuck is that? I go look, and I look through the screen door, like, or through the blinds onto the balcony, and I shit you not, she's like this fucking Mission Impossible on an inch ledge. So the screen that was closing the patio just had an inch of a ledge. I kid you not, where it's like a ledge like this, just on there. So it was flush, basically. She broke into my neighbor's garage, stole his ladder, came up to my door, like to my window, like my balcony, put the ladder up, went up there, and literally shuffled. Because it was a good 10, 12 feet from where the balcony door was and the end of the balcony where she came on from. So I opened the door. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? Normal reaction is like, you want to push somebody away. I'm like, if I push this bitch, she's going to die. I'm going to jail. So I'm like, no. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I shit you not. She's like this. She's like trying to hug that fence. Like, I just want to talk. I was like, there's nothing to fucking talk about. She grabs her keys, stabs the mosquito net, rips it open, starts climbing in. At this point, I'm freaking out. I run inside and I lock the door. She remembers that I had my my bedroom window open. So she starts climbing in through the bedroom window. I'm like, fuck. She starts chasing me around the house.
Call the police, man.
Listen, so I'm walking. I'm literally hands up, walking backwards throughout my entire house.
You could shoot her if had a gun.
I could. So I'm literally walking backwards like this. I'm like, don't fucking touch me. Don't touch me. Like the whole time I was like, I don't want fingerprints on nothing that's on you, just in case. Next thing I know, I'm in my kitchen, like, because I've been walking backwards.
And she had the knife.
And I realized how many fucking I have way too many fucking kitchen knives because I like to cook. I'm like smacking them away from arm's reach just in case, because this bitch for sure is going to kill me. I'm like, this was a couple of days before the Miami Open. So I'm like, you need to get the fuck out. Like, you need to just fucking leave. Arguing. She goes and she locks herself in my room. 3 days she was in my room.
Come on, just call the police.
I call her mom. I'm like, you need to come get her.
You should call the police. The sheriff.
Her mom was like,
that's what I said.
oh, she just wants to talk. I'm like, bitch, you crazy too? Fucking
Don't
come
wanna
and
talk.
get her. I was
I'm
like,
not forced to talk.
so here's the only thing. The only reason why I didn't call the cops is because she wanted to be a teacher. And if you want to be a teacher, you can't have a
she
police
can't be
record.
a teacher like that.
Well, maybe she shouldn't be a teacher.
Yeah, she shouldn't be a teacher.
Listen,
Look at her
man.
students. How they gotta be.
I'm not going to rob the youth of having a hot, like, English teacher. It's not my problem.
Ah,
But either
she's
way,
not up
3 days. And
fit to be a teacher.
I had to go.
I remember going.
Somewhere I have the
he
photo
go- I
like,
go,
of her climbing
"She's
too. I'll
still-
show you.
What do you mean she's still there?
Yeah.
He's like, no, she's still here. I'm like, what? What do you? What? Why isn't she leaving? And I don't.
I had vertigo too, so for like 3 days I'm like with vertigo, and I had to compete with vertigo. The whole time I'm like, you know what? That's when I started becoming less materialistic. I was like, the worst thing she can do that would really upset me is fuck up my guitars. I'm
Was
like,
she, like, were you feeding her? Like,
no,
or what-
fuck her. No, I'm not gonna. No,
Fuck her.
3
She
days.
was over your room. I'll fuck her.
3 days she was locked in my room just crying, and she's just in there. I'm like, because at that
She
point,
brought cookies, huh?
I don't know.
she-
I don't know. But I was
No,
like,
because he left.
I left the house. I didn't
So
want
she
to stay
probably
in there.
came out and ate
Probably.
while he was.
Yeah.
Pizza. Oh, Alex cooked pizza.
Yeah.
Like, no, I fucking left
Yeah,
her
the
in my
mom
house for
was.
3
She's,
days.
she's a good
This
girl.
story-
She just wants to talk. I was like,
This
did she tell
story
you what
beats my
fucking
story.
happened?
His story beats your story.
Yeah, my story is more like hacker stuff.
Listen, that's the
This
second
crazy.
time. The first time that happened, she chased me down with the car.
Do you give a chance?
No. That was a
Come
different
on.
girl. It was a different girl.
Oh, okay.
That's a different girl.
Nah.
Yeah, she like
Never
chased
got
me
chased
down.
back then.
She would wait for me outside of work. I had a legitimate like panic attacks and anxiety because she would show up out of nowhere. I would go to work from like this is when I worked at the last record label. I would work from 7 a.m. to like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night because it distracted me. So I would just stay in there. I would walk out. She would be in the parking lot just waiting. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I couldn't handle it. I was having a nervous breakdown for sure. So I would leave on the weekends so nobody knew where I was. I wouldn't tell anybody where I was, like, just in case she would show up. One day I remember I was driving and I was talking to my buddy, and then all of a sudden I'm like, she's behind me. Like, I had just gone to the bank. I'm like, she's behind me. He's like, yeah, that's good. You know, she's in your past. I was like, no, bro, she's fucking behind me. And I was still living with my parents at the time then. And I started running red lights on Lantana and Jog. I was running lights and she was going right past me. There's cars swerving. I'm like calling my mom. I was like, open the gate, open the fucking gate. She's following me. So I remember my mom's fucking gotta loves moms, man. They're like all about it. She's like outside, gates open. I come in. I literally just leave my car and I run because she's like comes out running the car. My mom's like, leave. He doesn't want to fucking talk to you, bitch. Go. My mom's no joke. She's the nicest lady ever. But for sure, if I said, Mom, let's kill somebody, she'd be like, all right, let's go. For sure. And like that happened for 6 or 7 months. She would just randomly pop up in
Alex
places.
makes the girl go crazy.
No. He makes bad decisions.
Yeah.
I've never
Nobody.
defended the fact.
Like, I'm the point, like, nobody just, like, chase you from nowhere. They start doing small things that you
No,
like,
there
go
was
by.
red flags before that. I
Yeah, and then
guarantee
you didn't do anything about it, and
Yeah.
then they just chase you from a car.
I'm trying
No,
to.
he picks crazy chicks.
No,
But
but
you-
I do that also. I just cut the red flag. Hey, it's enough.
No, I got.
I see
tons
that
of them.
crazy look it give it to me. Not a good sign.
She's not crazy. She's normal. She's normal. She's not
normal,
crazy.
But I said I pick a crazy chick. Then she's like, give me a crazy look. I said, hey, that's not a good sign.
It's like, I'm gonna go lock myself in my room
She's
for 3
definitely
days.
not crazy. She's a good one.
Dude, what's your crazy? Like, do you have a crazy? You gotta have like one part that you know it's like, I'm a little crazy.
Of myself?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I do, but
There's nothing that you think like that's my quirk. Like, I know I have my quirks for sure. Like, what would you consider your quirk?
I feel like he has something he wants to say.
What do you think? You better watch your fucking mouth, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta say nothing. That's why I'm asking
No, she's
her,
good.
not you.
No, she's good. Oh my.
What about your friend that was there for the fights? Was she crazy? She seemed a little odd.
Which one?
There were fights up in Palm Beach. Remember that we were all sitting there the one night? You brought your friend to the fight.
Tattoo one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my old roommate.
Is she crazy?
She has very bad taste in men.
Oh,
So
she'd
she'd
love
love
me.
Yeah,
For sure. For sure. I'm there.
One of my ex-girlfriends. Like,
Do you want to? You sure you want to go down this
yeah,
road?
that's fine.
Okay.
It's
I
good.
want
Good
to-
story.
It's a
Okay.
good one. Like, I had the old flip phone, like Motorola phone. Right?
Yeah.
From
The
Razor?
Razor? You were a
Yeah, it
baller?
was a Razor one. The battery suck on that one.
Yeah.
It lasts
But
very
it was an
little.
awesome phone. I
He
love
was
that
he
phone.
was
Yeah.
nice, huh? That aim makes hello Moto.
Hello. Hello, Moto.
So my one was dead. And the day before, like, she lived close to Orient, the Jiu-Jitsu train, and my parents' house was on the other side of the highway, like 5 miles. So, like, I trained, I went to her house. This was like a Friday night. And then I went home. It was like 2 a.m., 1 a.m. actually. So people used to go out this time. I didn't have a car, didn't have anything, and I was just training. And all my friends went out. My phone was on, so the guys text me 3 a.m., then 4 a.m., then 5 a.m., then call me 5 a.m. Hey, just wake me up, because at that time nobody put the phone on silence. 'Cause
Yeah.
nobody
Yeah.
fucking message you. Just my crazy friends. So next day was at her house, sleeping, taking a nap, and then my phone was on a spot, and then I just hear hello, Moto,
Mm.
but no battery, right? So
Yeah.
the phone just turned on, turn off. I'm like, this bitch took my phone. I'm like, alright, not going to say anything. And so okay, I woke up, like I'm like, hey, I look for the phone. Hey,
Yeah.
did you touch the phone? No. I'm like,
I would have just been like, hello, Moto.
I said, you didn't touch the phone. It's like, no. I'm like, all right. I'm like, oh my god, it's just gonna have to argue now.
Oh, so you waited. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Oh, right.
We're still talking.
Yeah.
I always wait to give a chance to the person to.
complain.
Did you
Alright,
just give me
okay.
shit for it? You
Yeah.
just gave
It
me
gave
shit for
2
winning.
days. 2 days. 3 days. I'm talking to the person still.
The same, within the
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes we're talking.
Yeah. No, it was faster than that. And then she was like, I said, you didn't touch the phone at all. She's like, why your friends called you last night?
Nah.
I'm like, how do you know my friends called me last night? Oh, I saw your phone. No way. My phone's no battery.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh. I said, how did you know that they called me? How do you know that they called me and what they said on the message? Because she couldn't turn on the phone. I couldn't turn on the phone.
Yeah.
Then I kept pressing her. And she worked like, let's suppose my phone was AT&T, and she used to work to AT&T.
Oh.
So she went and read my messages.
No.
And saw her call me.
You're,
Then I'm like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? And then man, video gonna say, then no, that's it. We're done. So next day, first thing I did, change my SIM card.
yeah,
to
for sure.
Verizon. But
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Verizon, no, I'm good. And then, but she was very good girl. So I said, okay, give another chance. She can't read my
Oh,
messages.
come on.
Oh.
See,
Shawn,
she still did it. She changed jobs just
No.
so she could do it.
she had a friend that worked at Verizon.
What is wrong with you?
With me, with her. And the guy keep doing the same thing. And then I'm like, done, we're done. Don't. And then I changed phones again to Sprint. She didn't have another friend that worked at Sprint. I like, what's wrong with your friends? You guys all in a gang to see
Yeah,
who
seriously, they all
gives
work
everyone
on. Oh
message.
man.
They had to real break up for her. And then I moved to.
Then I had to break
No,
up with
I
her.
broke up on the second time, but we still see each other.
Okay, and you're gonna bust my balls. At least I didn't go
I
back.
let the girl be on your room for 3 days in a row. So I have the right. And then went to,
Why didn't
I
you call
went-
someone that hacked your
I
phone
went,
3 times?
I just moved a country. I went to another country. That girl
Drastic.
hacked all my email, Facebook page, because I didn't have the Instagram
Yeah.
at the time. So, like, okay, I'm in Singapore, woke up, log in Facebook, wrong password. Log in my mail, wrong password.
I
And
remember
I'm like,
you had to switch Facebooks. I remember
And I'm
that.
like, what? It's crazy. And then like I started messaging. I made another email. Started messaging Hotmail. And they're like, okay, you got a new email. They changed the password. Oh, someone changed your password. I'm like, I think I got my email back, got my Facebook back. Went to teach, come back, wrong password. This was
Bro,
a
how
week.
shitty are your passwords?
No, because she said somebody changed my
Yeah.
password. It wasn't me. She was doing the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
thing I
yeah.
was doing. And then, no joke, the Hotmail and the Facebook guy, they're like, you guys are joking. everyone's saying the same thing.
Yeah.
It's who is the real one, and like the guys like take a picture of you holding a sign with this password we gave to you,
Yeah.
and they will know who's the real one.
Yeah.
So I did
Really?
that. Really? So I did that, and then they're like, okay, we're blocking. We can't. You won't be able to enter from Brazil if you travel to Brazil now on your email or
Right.
Facebook for a month, because we are going to block. I'm like, all right, that's good.
Wow, that's
That's how I
crazy.
recover my whole shit.
I don't know. That's kind of crazy too.
That's
that's
pretty
kinda-
crazy.
that's-
That's dedication.
That would freak me out because
All that
more-
dick
more than
pics, like
somebody's-
they'll find them.
no,
What?
no. It's not the dick pic. It's the butthole pics. No, what would freak me out is that she could have that kind of a reach
Axis.
that you can move
Yeah.
thousands of miles
Yeah.
away and she can still
Hell hath no fury.
fart with your life.
Yeah, man. Fuck that.
That to me
See,
is
like,
scary.
but me, like,
She'll try to shoot on me. I know. Go ahead.
I would no. I would like try and start fucking with someone. If they did that, then I would start doing all kinds of extra crazy stuff. It's like, if you want to hack my shit, go have at it. Then for sure, I'd be taking butthole pics
But
of like
again,
squirrels or
here's
something,
the thing.
and
Here-
put them all on there. So it's like, go ahead, look at butthole
Here's what
pics.
it comes down to. It's the hot, crazy quotient.
Oh, the graph.
The graph. So, what I'm guessing is you guys find the hot chicks and forget about the crazy part.
No, I don't think it's that.
No.
I think I'm on my own experience. I can talk about
Yeah.
it. Like, I treat people.
You said she was a good girl. She obviously wasn't. A good
She
girl.
obviously wasn't a good, but I treat people nicely, and people like to. Some people, that's what I think. Like, they like to control you. This kind of people.
Yeah.
So if they think they're losing control over you, they just go crazy on their own worlds. And
Oh, yeah.
people have different ways to go crazy, and that's her own way to go crazy. When I was out of reach, she tried to do something.
Like, I know a girl that, like, she just got on Tinder, and the guy she went out on a date with one time, and he said to her, like, oh, I'll give you a call tomorrow, like, at noon, and we'll figure out, like, what's going on. She's so neurotic and OCD about that kind of stuff. She's like, well, it's 12:10, and he didn't text me. Like, what's this guy's name? So I can warn him? Just let me know. I'll text him for you. Be like, bro, get out. Get out of the house.
The craziest I had was before Tracy. There was a girl I
You have
dated.
names now, huh? Finally, huh?
No, that's
my wife.
Before I was
Before
anonymous.
he was
Oh,
married.
okay.
Before I was married.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No name
I
dropping.
dated a girl that would leave me because it was back before cell phones. I had a pager with a voicemail.
You
Oh,
gotta go
man.
back, way back. Huh?
Showing your
She's
age.
leaving you letters.
Yeah.
She,
Do you have a code? Did you do
she
411?
used to do 411s all the time, and then she would leave voice
143?
messages. And then this was back when I was a bouncer, and so what she would do is she would show up to the clubs that I was working at, but only on the nights that I was working. So like there were certain clubs that I work at. There was one called Vatican and Boynton. There was one in called Moscow and West Palm that I would switch nights.
Right.
And she would show up at that club that night, even though some of those like
Not to switch.
I switch. I would actually like, can you switch? Like the bouncers would switch because we worked at both places. She somehow figured out which place I was working at every night, and she would show up every night, stand across like.
She didn't tell you? Or she didn't ask you?
No. She would just show up, and wherever I was, like the station,
She'd be across.
she would be across, just like staring at me. That's the craziest I got. And she did show up at my house one day, because once I got off.
She follows
Work.
you.
Well, she knew where I lived.
Oh,
But I was a bouncer, so I'd get off at 5. I would go and get something to eat, and I'd be home by 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I'd sleep till like 12, 1 o'clock. Well, one day, I was getting home, and I saw a car like parked down my street. I'm like, what the heck is this? They're just sitting there. I go, this is weird for a Sunday at 6:30 in the morning. But I didn't
car.
I didn't put
2 and 2.
2 and 2. I get inside. I go and take a shower. I always would like watch some like a movie or something, like put it on so I could kind of relax my brain. All of a sudden, I start hearing on my window,
No.
And I was like I wasn't again. And then I of course, there she was, and
Hi, Shawn.
More or
She
less.
like chewing on squirrels or something like, hi, Shawn, you want some?
But that was the extent of my crazy. Like that was it. And then I'd be like,
That's
all right,
nothing.
Yeah.
That's like a typical Friday night for when I was like in my 20s.
The one thing that really freaked me out though is one day she's like, "Can we just go for a ride?" And I just want to talk. And I'm like, "Okay, let's go for a ride. I'll indulge."
Standard serial
to
killer.
the crazy people.
Standard serial killer
So
opening move.
I drove, and
Even dangerous.
what
Drive.
she would do is
Keep driving.
she would talk lyrics to songs
Oof.
to me. She did. So you remember? So this was after I broke up with her, and it was the Alanis Morissette song.
Isn't it ironic?
No. The one.
Did she sing good?
No, she didn't sing. She talked.
She like talked the lyrics. She did like the William Shatner.
She just looked at me and would say the lyrics.
Was the first one?
The
You oughta know.
Yes, you ought to know.
Right.
That was it. You ought to know. And like the part where she goes, is she crazy like me? Will she go down on you in a theater? And I was like, what? She thought I was dating somebody else, and I wasn't. And then,
Did she like try to wear your skin or?
No, not.
You
that
just
I know.
reminded me of the other crazy one. I ever told you about the one that started like petting my arm?
What?
You want to hear a crazy one? This one's a fun one. This was way back, like when I started doing that like online dating. So like I started talking to this girl.
Dating. Online dating.
Listen. This was like at the beginning of
You can
it.
see Alex's profile online dating websites and apps.
Oh, at one point, this was all I would see from his.
Oh yeah, I was bad. I was a
right,
fucking
it's-
animal.
He was just here.
Oh, I don't know. Listen, we're all single at one time, so I start talking to this
I did it
girl.
for a day.
Yeah,
Hey, don't joke. A day.
yeah.
Then I got tired of it.
I
It's
got
not for
tired.
me.
Yeah. So I started talking to this girl, and she evidently her mom was one of my piano teachers in college because I had to take like piano
I had
classes
a
and stuff.
connection.
So I'm like, oh, her mom was cool. She seems all right. Like, might as well let's go out and have a drink, go to the bar. So I said, let's meet up at Old Key Lime House in Lake Worth. Have you ever been there?
Lantana.
In Lantana, right? So, cool, no problem. I get there first. I'm like, let me get a Corona. I'm at the bar like this. And I turn around to people watch, and as I turn around, I see her. But I see her with like a solid like 80 pounds extra and a buzz cut hair. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like pink or green or something like that. I'm like, I've been fished. Like, I've been caught. This bitch caught me. Like, no. And the whole time I'm just sitting there like,
Just go in the bathroom, never come back.
well, that's so. As soon as she sits down, bartender just goes. I don't even look at him. He's like, hands it to me. I shit you not. Grab this beer like this. Pretend it's a beer, right? I shit you not. This girl sits down. The first thing she does is she grabs my wrist with one hand, and then she starts petting my arm with the other. And all she says is, "If you could be any kind of animal, what would you be?" I'd be a bunny rabbit. As she's petting my fucking arm, I shit you not, I'm like, boom. I just start down in this Corona, which tastes like total shit when you're drowning it, by the way. I'm chugging this Corona. I slam it down. I'm like,
The worst decision you can do. You
No.
need to be sober as
no. I'm like, that's a good question. Give me a second. I got to go to the bathroom real quick. And I fucking bolted. I
Nice.
fucking bolted. I was like,
Nice.
no
So
fucking
you didn't even
way.
pay your bill.
Fuck that.
Nah, it's
You
just
could
a
take me
Corona,
to
it's
jail for
fine.
that $5 beer.
It's
That
just
is
a
still
Corona,
better.
It's fine.
I'm sure the bartender's like, this one's on the house. Fucking run. Bro, it was. I will never forget that fucking image of just.
How many times you left?
Yeah, right? No. Once. I was
Just
going.
once.
Oh, you mean like how many times did I ditch out on a date?
Yeah, left.
I want to say like 2 or 3 times. Like there's been times where I'm like, why are we even here? Like, why are we even talking? And just walk away. I'm like, bye. Like I just couldn't deal with their attitude. Like I tried dating so hard, like with social like dating sites like that. that I got to the point where like I would be sitting there like on a date listening to someone talk, and in my mind I'm just like, why am I fucking here? Like, and I just got to the point where I would just stand up and walk out. She'd literally be in the middle of a conversation. It was like, this is fucking empty. It's just soulless. Like, there's no connection of conversation. Just like walked out. I just got over it. I was like, I'm off that shit.
Dates from online apps.
Yeah.
Never. Just never.
Can't. It's
It's
so.
not for me.
It's so like dangerous and
It's
sketchy
so
now.
weird, like as somebody that.
Yeah, I can put just a picture of.
Well, no, it's not
Anyone
even that. Somebody that did their dating in the 80s and 90s,
So out of.
so it's like seeing this stuff, like
But it's not like it was worse.
It's crazy.
It
It's
was
like-
worse. Remember the video online dating? People
Yeah,
don't know about
nobody
that.
really did that. Only
Oh,
really
a lot of
like,
people did that.
Yeah, really desperate people. Most other
You ever
people,
seen that?
What?
The back in the day, it was like 70s, 80s.
70s, 80s.
Like,
There's
a little
some
bit on
really
90s.
Funny ones too.
That's like people would do the video on like video dating. So what they would do is they would record themselves and send out the videotape to these people, and then like they would have like classifieds and stuff. So like, I'm looking for this and this. So they're like, oh, this person sounds good. Send me their video. And they would watch videos of people sitting there and saying like on a chair, like, I like cats and I still live with my, deceased uncle, and like the crazy shit. So if you go online, they would make fun of it on the Living Color and stuff. But if you go online, you can still see some of those videos.
All right, but when we're done, I'll
Yeah.
play you this video here.
You gotta watch
It's
it.
awesome. It's awesome.
Actually, we should probably head out because it's getting late and we got a lot of work
Oh,
to do.
yes,
You've
yeah.
been up all day too. Yeah, it's 11.
I will try to get a fight as soon as I can and just message
Yeah.
my manager today, Ali Abdelaz. I'm sure he's
Oh.
busy in Abu Dhabi.
I would say let's go over the fight card real quick, but it's kind of like a shit fight card.
No, it's a good fight card.
It's like a lot of
Russian
Russians.
guys. They're good.
Yeah.
All Russians are good.
I'm not about that.
So I think I want to fight soon. I thought the UFC Tampa was like, I still can fight there. I still can get in shape enough, but the card's already full. So just training. See.
They're probably
If I
gonna
get
put you on
something.
Brazil.
I want to fight in Brazil. I fought once in Brazil, but it was like a 2-day notice. fight.
Yeah.
Right.
So I want to fight in Brazil for real. I always
That was like
fought with the no support.
that was like the week before Gilbert's fight, right? Or after.
Yeah.
It was like a quick one. All right, let's do this then. We'll do this real quick. Do you have a piece of paper?
You're the one that normally brings the book.
Yeah, I forgot my book.
So Khabib
I was gonna say.
and Barboza.
Well, see, I saw a thing today that says you're not American if you're not pulling for Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, that was Daniel Donaldson.
That's
Is that who? I'd like Dustin Poirier though. He's worked a long time.
Dustin's
he
a
proves a
super
lot.
nice guy.
I
He's
still
a.
want Khabib to win.
It would just be cool to see. I guess either one will win. All right, let's do this. So we're gonna put Herbert here. We're gonna put Shawn, and then we're gonna put me. So just so we can keep a tally here. All right. So we're just stick with the main card. Let's go from the bottom.
I'm gonna go with most of the Mevs.
Yeah, right. Mairbek Taizumov versus Diego Ferreira. Carlos Diego Ferreira.
Fair.
You gotta go with Ferreira.
Taizumov
Ferreira.
came from a long layoff. I think he was doing to abuse substances.
Mairbek is 27-5, and Carlos is 15-2. That's a lot of fucking fights.
Yeah.
Who you got?
I'm going 15-2.
You gonna go with Ferreira?
Yeah.
Ferreira.
Ferreira.
I'm gonna go. Why not? I'll go with Taizumov. Why not? I think the refs are gonna go towards the Russians on this one. Curtis Blades against Shamil Abdurakhimov.
I know this.
Blades is hard to bet against, man. He's a tough
Yeah.
Yeah,
fighter.
I think I go in Blades.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know the Russian one's tough also.
I think I'm gonna go with Blades on this one too.
Because Blades is on the he's
Good
on the
wrestling,
cusp.
yeah.
He's on the tear
He's on
and
the
he's
cusp of
pissed.
becoming like championship.
Yes,
Here's a good one.
he beats. He lost. He beat Ngannou. He lost to Ngannou.
To who? He lost,
lost.
right? It was decision.
But he beat Ngannou before.
Yeah.
That's true.
Islam Makachev
Makachev
versus
Davi Ramos.
Davi Ramos. Did you see the guy at Wagner's
Davi
that
Ramos
looks
is
like?
my friends, personal friends, and I want him to win.
But
You
You-
know.
you gonna go with Islam?
Yeah.
You're gonna go with Islam, man.
Still, David, if you listen to somebody, I still want you to win, but I have to. It's a bad thing.
Who you
I don't
got?
have a choice, so I'll go with whoever you got. Who you going with?
I'm gonna go with Davi.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Um,
I would go with Herbert, to be honest. Herbert's really good at these.
then I'll go with Islam.
Herbert's got a lot of knowledge on those. This one, I think, is going to be a lot easier of a fight than what I think most people are giving credit for. Edson Barboza against Paul Felder.
Barboza.
You going with Barboza?
Barboza beat him before, they trained before. Felder is good, but Felder is not a... He lacks finishing his
Yeah.
fights. And
He's
very
knocked
dangerous.
people out.
Yeah, but I
But he
mean,
lets them survive it for a long time.
yeah.
Yeah, he does sometimes he makes
Yes.
dumb decisions.
So
He
I
keeps
don't-
it going for too long. He wants to be.
Yes.
It's like
Like when he has him hurt, he
It's like
doesn't.
sparring session. It's not.
Yeah.
It's a fight. You want to finish.
He doesn't
There's the
pick one
killing
side or the
instincts.
other. He's like one time's like he wants to scrap and have fun, and then like.
Sometimes he looks like a world beater.
Yeah.
Like he can beat anybody.
So who you got?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. It's gonna be a stand-up fight.
Of course,
so I'm
it's
gonna go
Edson.
Barboza.
I'm gonna go with Felder.
Barboza switch kick so fast.
Oh,
That was the other time. That
I
how
just-
he beats
Yeah.
Felder just used the switch kick.
Yeah, but that was before everybody figured out. Oh, all I got to do to beat Edson is just rush him and don't just stand there.
Yeah, but that's not Felder.
And that was, yeah. But
Who beat the crap out of Edson recently?
recently, a bunch of people.
Magomedov?
Magomedov,
No, it wasn't. a bunch
Justin
of people.
Gaethje.
It wasn't beat. They should have.
No, there
Gaethje-
was one
Gaethje
where his
fucked him
face
up.
was jacked.
It was no Magomedov.
Norman,
Yeah.
yeah.
MJ fought him. MJ was the one that got the
Yeah. Killed the leg kicks.
yeah. He was the one that figured
he
out the
improved his
style of just
boxing.
yeah.
After that.
All right, and then we go. I'm going with Felder. Khabib against Dustin.
Khabib.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
Khabib.
Poirier.
Khabib Magomedov. You going Poirier?
Khabib will be 28-0.
I'm trying to figure out what happened. We were arguing back and forth today on the group chat to figure out why Khabib ditched out on media day. He didn't show up at media day.
He showed up today.
He showed up to
open
the
training.
to the face to face, but he
At the
didn't show up to
train
media.
also.
Yeah, but they're saying he's still like having trouble making weight.
Definitely. He's big.
He's a
dude.
big 155.
He's big. I'm as much as I like Dustin because I'm a fan of both, and I think
It's hard to bet against Khabib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very hard to bet
but
against Khabib.
his jaw is his downfall. It's like that's his.
And-
I don't think. No, I think Khabib has a good job.
I don't know.
MJ
rocked
caught him. MJ was the one. Another one
Just
where MJ. Yeah.
but
Just him.
Poirier.
No, and then even Connor clipped him once or
Nah, It
twice.
wasn't clip. It was off balance.
Come
And
on.
Poirier brings.
I got
power.
off a balance on my fights. I say I got clipped. No, I didn't get clipped.
No, well
Never
you're
got clipped.
two different people.
Yeah,
I'm going with
Poirier-
Khabib.
Poirier brings more power than I think from both sides than Connor. Connor's got left hand power, but I think Poirier's got both hand power.
Should do
Poirier gets
ADCC.
tired.
He didn't look. He didn't get tired that last fight.
Who Dustin?
Right? He got tired.
Yeah, he got
maxed
tired. He
there.
maxed-
on the
yeah.
fourth fight.
He
Fourth
talked
round.
about it too at the end. He's like, "Fuck!" Like,
Fourth round, they're done.
Yeah.
Like that.
Most people take the fourth round off.
But, no.
especially when they lose on the third.
Do you want to do ATC or not?
You think so? Real
can do
quick,
quick.
we'll do real quick, like
The what?
ADCC. I wanna hear Herbert's prediction of who's gonna win what brackets.
I want to see the bracket side.
Oh, you haven't seen them all? I think Nicky Ryan went up in weight again.
No, he went back to 66.
He went back
because Gordon. No, what's the name of the guy? The 5-1 champion.
Nicky Ryan and then
No.
Gary.
Gary Tonon was a welterweight 77 kg, and Nick Ryan went back to 66.
Yeah. All right.
Isn't
Updated
it
August
scary that
29th.
17-year-old kid is that good.
It happens. It happens before. You have before kids go like that.
Right, but like at such a high level.
All right.
On the national
Mendes
stage.
also.
Who?
Mendes.
Mendes.
They were good like that. Wayne
Hoffa?
Hoffa.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. So men's 66, under 66. I don't really care about the trials winners. Let's go with the invitees. You got Tanquinho, Shane Taylor, Paolo Miao, Johnny Grippo, Pablo Montavani, Keith Krikorian, Bruno Frazato, Mateus Gabriel, Kennedy Maciel, Richard Alarcon, and Ty Rutolo. So in that bracket, who do you think would come out on top?
Gianni,
That's exactly.
Gianni?
Yeah, Johnny's been on a tear.
but I would put some credits to Miao also.
Meow? Well, you got to pick one. I got you down for Gianni.
Which Miao? Gianni then.
All right. Who do you got?
I
You
was,
done-
I was going Gianni.
Gianni?
I find. Did Mikey get invited?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he won't fight.
Why?
He's too light.
It's too late. Everybody's juiced.
Yeah, but he cuts weight.
No, but he's too light.
I'm going to go with Nicky Ryan because Nicky
If I
Ryan is
fight,
in that
if I
one.
fight, I'll fight on the 66. Look at me.
Yeah, but what does Mikey walk around at?
180?
No.
What's that?
way.
No.
No.
No, wait.
I'm
Mike
sure, no,
is
he got bigger.
150.
150.
I think he's.
All right, 77. JT Torres, Ross Nichols, John Satava, John Combs, Servio Tulio, Mateos Gamrot, Lachlan Giles, Wagner Rocha, Oliver Taza, Edwin Najmi, Renato Canuto, Lucas Lepri, Celso Vinicius, DJ Jackson,
That's all one side of the bracket.
right? Yeah. Dante Leon, and Gary Tonin.
Oh my God!
I'm telling you, man, that's why I'm going to this ADCC. It's going to
Oh
be
my
fucking
gosh.
nuts. That's why I was like, you're not going to go? And that's wait till we get into 99 and
Canuto's
88.
been on a tear. Like he's
No,
been
I don't think Canuto has a.
I would say Edwin
but he's
Naj.
kind of sloppy.
It's either going
Same
to
as
be.
Edwin. Edwin is also sloppy. I think
he did bad at
Wagner
Polaris.
And you said someone there.
Lachlan Giles.
Lepri
Lucas Lepri.
and JT Torres. They decided that one of those guys will win the brackets. But
I would go
I
with.
would go for Wagner.
I would go with either JT Torres because JT just beat Wagner.
I know, but ATC rules are different rules.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna go
different.
Lachlan Giles.
Or Lachlan Giles because
No.
Giles ran through everybody in at
It's
Kinetic.
different. It's
I
different.
agree.
ATC is just different.
So who are you gonna go with?
Is heel hooks
So wait,
allowed
who are
in
you going with?
ACC?
Yeah.
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 Lachlan Giles.
Who do you go?
No, but that's you can pull guard if you go overtime and then you wrestling.
Yeah.
You won't beat.
So who you got on this one?
I'll be between. I'll put Wagner.
Wagner?
No, Wagner or Lepre or JT. That would be my band.
Well, I'm putting Wagner. I can only put one. I only got so much paper this time around. Sorry.
Wagner.
We can update next week if you really want. Who you got?
Giles.
Giles. I'm gonna go with. Man, I would have to say it was gonna be like Lepre or JT, but I'll go with JT.
But here's the thing, Canuto's been killing.
I know
it.
Canuto's been
But
doing
it's
good.
different.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, men's 88. Adam Wardzinski, Alec Balding, Josh Hinger, Gabriel Almeida, Ben Dyson, Keller Lockie Sodi from Australia. I never heard of the guy. Mason Fowler, switches with Keenan Cornelius, Craig Jones, Rustam Kishev, Mike Perez, Kit Dale, Murillo Santana, Gabriel Arges, Gilbert Burns, Mateos Denise, or John Blank.
Gilbert to
Yeah.
get through this side of the bracket. I think he will win the 80-80. It's not because my brother. I think he has a good style for the
Out of
big
everybody
guys.
else, I think the biggest
Mateos
challenge
is
for
good, and then you said someone
Craig
Gabriel Arges.
Jones
Craig Jones is
and
hard.
Craig
But
Jones.
Craig Jones for Gilbert's style, I think is a good game.
He's big, but Craig is a lot of leg locks. Obviously, scared the heck out of him. All right, who you got? I'm going with Gilbert.
All right, I'll be that guy. I'm gonna go
Kitdale.
Craig Jones.
No, come on, don't bet.
Craig-
I'm gonna go Craig Jones.
Money.
I don't even understand why Kit's in there.
Nah, a bunch of guys.
Yeah. All right. Men's 99. Pertu Teponen, Tim Spriggs, Paulo Jose Barahona.
Barahona from Dubai,
Yeah. Brazil.
Brazil. He won the Brazil trial.
Mraz Avdoyan from Germany. Gordon Ryan, Keenan Cornelius, Ben Hodgkinson, Vinny Magalesh, Patrick Gaudio, Lucas Hulk Barbosa, Luis Panza, Jackson Souza, Paul Ardilla, Dylan Danis, your favorite, and Felipe Andrew and Claudio Calasanz.
This is one side of the bracket.
This
Wait,
is all
Claudio,
90.
Claudio's
So-
Yeah,
99.
I told you this. He came in like
Vinny
a,
Magalhães will come on top.
I think Vinny is definitely Vinny. It's gonna end up Vinny against Gordon Ryan on the
Felipe
final
Pena.
fight. and Felipe Pena.
Oh, Felipe Pena too?
But
Yeah.
Felipe Pena's not on this one.
Not on this side.
No, he's not. That was
No, he's-
Andrew.
There's also
Felipe,
good-
he was supposed to fight Felipe Pena in a different
I-
card,
Wait,
and it
didn't
fell
Pena
through.
get suspended?
Gordon Ryan won't beat Vini Magalhães.
You don't think so?
No.
Didn't he beat him already?
No.
Didn't they fight?
No.
No, that was Gary Tonin and Vinny Bagalay.
I
Vini
could have sworn
Mag-
they fought like they did some kind of. They didn't do worlds or something.
No, Vini Magalhães don't compete at BJJ. Doesn't compete.
No, I know that they competed in a match together. All right, you're going with Vinny.
Yes.
Who you got?
I'm going Gordon.
Gordon. I'm gonna have to go with Vinny too. Vinny's just a beast.
Yeah,
By the way,
no,
Patrick
it's
Gaudio
leg
is
defense.
huge.
But he's huge, but it's too light for the
I don't
division.
understand
Small.
why is Claudio going to
Calisthenics?
99?
I don't understand what Dylan Dennis is doing this bracket. He should
I don't
even
know
be
how
on the
he's.
ATC.
When I saw him at the Kasai up in Orlando, he didn't look that big to me. He didn't look
But
like some.
Claudio's tiny. To me.
Claudio is jacked. Have you seen him lately?
No, I haven't seen him lately.
Claudio's fucking
But
jacked.
he's
That's plus 99, right?
Under 99.
No, under 99.
All right, let's go to the last one. This is like the crazy
Felipe
bracket.
Pena side.
Buchecha, Elder Rafigev, Tex Johnson, Nicky Rodriguez, Antonio Neto, Mateos Juskowiak, Yuri Samoes, Orlando Sanchez, Cyborg, Jared Dopp, Joao Hirocha, Kanan Duarte, Antonio Carlos Jr., Cara Zapato, and then Victor Hugo, Muhammad Ali, and John Hansen. Tell me that's not fucking
I'm
crazy.
going Muhammad Ali. I'm going Ali.
You go Ali?
Yeah, Cyborg would be sad then.
What's
I
that?
could go Cyborg, but I will go for
Kanan, who is?
Yuri Simões.
Yuri Samoes? You think so?
Yeah.
Why
This
is
is
that?
Ali, the one that
Muhammad
won.
Ali,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. The one that won the Worlds last year.
Ali, Yuri was the ATC champion.
Yeah. Do you think Buchecha could win?
No,
He's
he-
too-
Different no-gi.
It's Nogi, and he can't play those point games.
No.
Man,
He could win, definitely. He could win.
I would
Buchecha.
definitely-
It is Buchecha.
Yeah.
I would definitely say it would end up going against Ali
Cyborg has a
versus
good chance
Duarte.
also.
I'm gonna go with Duarte.
You
I
know-
think so.
You know what's really funny is
Nah,
when
no way.
Duarte? You don't think so?
No.
Why?
No way.
Why?
he does
He's just not good enough.
Do you realize the talent that is?
See how Cyborg did on the
He did
Grand
good.
Prix? Very good.
Yeah.
You did good.
Have you noticed how many people, some of the biggest names in jiu-jitsu have come through South Florida? Buchecha was at the Armory for a long time. Marcelo Garcia was at ATT.
All right, super fight. I'm gonna skip the women's division just because.
Thank you.
No, it's not to be mean. It's just like okay,
Not
it's
to be mean,
Gabby,
we have time.
Gabby and Tyann Porfirio. Like okay, that's just where it's gonna end up. And Anna Carolina too. Anna's in there, but I want to see how Anna's gonna do against Gabby. Super fight: Andre Galvao versus Felipe Pena.
Felipe Pena.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Felipe.
And that's why he's not on the brackets, because he's doing the super fight.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah,
this
I'm gonna go with-
why this guy at the bracket.
I'm gonna go with Felipe
my man
too.
or him? The guy is not
All
on
right.
the bracket.
It's time. That's us. Herbert, where can they follow you?
Can follow me on my Instagram, Herbert Burns, on my Facebook page, Herbert the Blaze Burns, and my Twitter, Herbert Burns MMA. And that's it.
Are you gonna go back to doing some commentating too, or what?
I will. I have a YouTube channel. It's deactivated at the moment, but
Somebody else hack it?
I have some project going on. I will launch my DVD soon. You guys go buy Tatami gear, the best gear on the market.
We'll do a
That's
photo
it.
shoot next
Go train
week.
for me at Combat Club and Jiu-Jitsu.
You still owe me a rash guard, by the way.
Still there. I have that for you.
I gotta
It's
get a
not
rash
too bad.
guard. Follow Shawn at Gorilla Boy BJJ. You can follow the podcast at Jiu-Jitsu Radio. You can follow me at Sonder Marketing. I got a bunch of stuff going on. I still can't talk about it, but I'll let you know next week for sure. And be sure to check out our sponsors, chokealoha.com. Check out giraffeschoke.com, jujitsusoapco.com, and Nomad Surf 1968. So shout out to all of our sponsors. Thank you much for the support. Go hit subscribe. Thank you guys for the support. Peace.
Peace.
You can't
deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff.
Get stealing, woo, wheeling, dealing, limousine right, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.